Lovely. Ladies, gentlemen, those of neither or both persuasion, and those with the good sense to do away with the concept entirely, I would like to welcome you all to today's game of Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, called Sapphic Stagecraft, brought to you by the Pride Collaboration Universe. Information can be found in the chat by using the command !PCU. Today we're going to be playing a game of Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition 2014 rules. Without further nonsense and rigmarole of going over anything, and I'm sure we'll get into it in just a moment, let's say hello to all of our players today. First of all, obviously, I am your humble game master. My name is Lexiconi. I am a VT from Perth, Western Australia, and one of the fabled forever DMs, cursed to always run a game and never actually play it myself. With us today, we have a variety of lovely people that are going to introduce themselves to you today. Let's start on my very far left, one of our organisers for PCU this year, Venus AU. Hello.
Hello. Hi, everyone. For those who don't know me, hello. My name's Victory Venus, but you can call me V or Vivi. I'm a queer, intersex, and trans androgynous streamer from Wadandi Nungabuja in so-called Western Australia. I am one of the conveners of Pride Collaborations Universe, so thank you for everyone who's joining us for today's broadcast. This, I think, for me, has been like my number one event that I've been excited for, so I'm so glad we get to put on today's show for you all. Oh, and I use they, she, he pronouns. That's a thing.
Round of applause, everybody. Round of applause. Following that up to the right of V, we have the lovely Zelstis. Hello, my friend.
Hello, I'm Zelstis. I'm an Aussie variety gaming and comedy content creator. I do a lot of first playthroughs here on twitch.tv/Zelstis. And I'm also a bisexual woman. That's
Woman. Woman. Next, over to my right, we have the lovely Hannah. Hello, my friend.
Hello, I'm HG or Hannah. My pronouns are she, her. I am a lesbian. And I am not a streamer, so I really have nothing else to spiel. You'll probably just see me in other people's chat all the time.
good job.
Fantastic. And last but certainly not least, we have on my very far right, we have the lovely Salem. Hello, my friend. How are you today?
Hi, I'm very excited. I'm Salem. Lovely to meet you all. I'm speechless. I'm speechless right now. I am a Blizzard streamer, so I focus on World of Warcraft and Diablo 4, but I enjoy playing chaotic games with friends, and I love women. I am a woman, and I love women, so I think today's going to be great.
Fantastic. And just a little bit of extra housekeeping before we begin. You can find the links to everybody's channels underneath their names in the little red box you just saw pop up on the screen. We'd like to give a big shout out to a variety of individuals and organizations that are currently helping us organize this. First of all, again, PCU, the Pride Collaboration Universe. It is a lovely little collaboration that we take part in during the month of Pride Month. June is the word I was looking for there. And today we're also being hosted and productioned by the lovely Abe, who from HSP Productions, who is doing a fantastic job in the background. So any of the little cool things you see on screen today is 100% done by them. We do like to thank them very much for their work. One last thing before we begin. We'll go from left to right again. Just a little fun tidbit about yourselves. V, what's your favorite fast food item?
Oh, I have to say KFC, don't I? Even though it's not really actually my favorite fast food thing, but I've themed my entire stream off it, so let's go with that.
That's funny.
KFC,
I have to
lovely.
say, I have to say it, but it's not quite true.
It's a lie.
It's a lie. It's branding.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to be hitting you with random questions today. Zell, what is your favorite fairy tale from your childhood?
Little Mermaid. I was obsessed. I still love it
You asked
now.
me that question. It's a good one.
It's a good one. I do like The Little Mermaid. Personally, very big fan of Aladdin.
Oh, that is also a really good one.
Okay. Hannah, what is your favorite animal and why?
Oh, God. I mean, the obvious answer is cats, because I have one, and I love him. But I also, like, I don't know, like, I've always really liked deer as well. I don't know why. I just think they look cool. Good vibes.
Valid answer. Finally, Salem, you said you were a Blizzard player. What is your favorite class in either World of Warcraft or Diablo?
Necromancer or Witch Doctor in Diablo 4 and Unholy Death Knight in World of Warcraft.
You and me are
Unholy
going to
Death
get
Knight
along
is the best.
fantastically. I've been a Unholy Death Knight player for my entire life.
We're not in the hunter cult anymore. We've left. We've left.
Yeah, welcome to Acris. Your stay will be recorded. Okie dokie. Without further ado, we will swap over to our main screen here and begin our lovely game of Sapphic Stagecraft. Velvet banners ripple from ivory balconies. Joyous yet haunting music spills into the cobbled alleys, and the scent of wine, lavender, and grease paint clings to the air. You've all arrived just in time for the Mother's Masquerade, a week-long riot of theatre, poetry, passion, and pageantry, a celebration of artistry and love in all of its forms, dedicated, of course, to the Hive Mother herself, the ruling goddess of these here lands. Everywhere you look as you enter the city of Gherkinville, apparently. Masks, colours, performers on stilts, lovers whispering behind silk fans, and dancers spinning through lamplight like fireflies. This is a city that welcomes reinvention, where names are forgotten nightly and new identities are stitched from satin and stage dust. It is theatre not just as performance, but as reality. But this year, something is a little different with this masquerade. Hidden deep within this fine city's theatre district, a brand new performance has recently been announced. A play that no one has rehearsed, written by a playwright long presumed dead, and performed by a cast of thespians chosen entirely at random. Posters for the play have been plastered across message boards and bulletins citywide, being met with awe and confusion. The Daughters of the Drowned Star. Ooh, spooky. Returning from a recent escapade to a nearby wizard's tower, mainly to do with fighting off owlbears and a variety of pickle-based enemies. The party has all gathered their belongings, pockets full of gold and hearts full of adventure, ready for a week of fun and fancy taking part in the Mother's Masquerade. The festival unfurls before you like a painted tapestry, drenched in dusklight and velvet reds. Its towers, hung with long banners of deep violet, gold, and rose. Canals shimmer like spilled wine, crisscrossed with gondolas carrying masked lovers and costumed performers. A thunder of drums rolls through the air as you all enter the theatre district, followed by flutes and the echoes of joyous entertainment. You pass beneath the stone arch of the district's gate, where you all see a woman dressed in long, flowing robes and a mask depicting the face of a grotesque insect is offering citizens pieces of parchment and a bouquet of flowers. My lovely party members, if you would love to introduce yourselves and your characters, particularly one by one, as you all enter into the theatre district of Gherkinville.
Do we want to start with me again?
That would be lovely.
I feel like it's really important to let chat know that Connie is a joke brought Gherkinville to our session 0 and we all fell in love and were like, please continue this for today. So you're all so welcome. I'm playing a Eladrin druid named Yule Hall. She initially hails from the Feywilds, but after meeting one beautiful adventure and spending a few days together, she decided to cross realms to be with her lover, only for them to unfortunately break up. And since then, she's been seeking a life of adventure in Turah, which is the setting that we're in today. And yeah, she's just like very wintry vibes. She has beautiful flowing white hair. She has very, very white skin. The tips of her little elven ears almost look like blue frozen ice. And it's almost like the frost itself and the spirit of winter is carried with her And she has little frosty bits all on her clothing, even though it's not quite frosty outside, as you can see.
Lovely. And as you can see, thank you to Hero Forge, a lovely website that allows us to create our characters. You can see the lovely character to my right. Oh, and big on screen. Fantastic. Zell, would you like to describe your character for us?
Of course. I am playing Bianca, who is bisexual and a pirate. Is specifically a swashbuckler, a human swashbuckler pirate lady. She hails from the sea. Her mum is a very well-known, renowned pirate, lord, lady, boss, head of the pirates. Very well-known, very lots of achievements. There's a word for it that I can't think. She's done a lot of stuff. She's very impressive. And so Bianca has been trying to forge her own path as a pirate in this world. And she has a point to prove. And that is that she's just as good as her mum and has earned what she has in life, not been handed it. And you can see her to the left of me. She is so beautiful. Look at her. She's got like olive skin with a little bit of a tan. She's got a little gun with her.
I do think you've all done a fantastic job on your Hero Forge. I particularly like Bianca. Something about the cape just really does it for me.
Yeah, I will say I slayed. So yeah, I'm obsessed with her. She's great. But yeah, she's got something to prove, and maybe she's a little bit of a criminal as well. Maybe she's a little naughty. A little bit naughty.
A little bit of a bad girl. We like that here.
Yeah.
Okie dokie, moving on. Hannah, would you like to describe your character, please?
All right. My character's name is Kara Bina. So Kara will also do, but Kara as well. She is a wood elf sorcerer. I am told that because of the type of sorcerer that she is, someone in her family lineage may have had interactions with a dragon of a certain kind. She is a soldier. She was a classic kind of war orphan story where she just kind of ended up in this army, trained up, and she thought that she would never know her family, and then she's heard some rumors that maybe she can find some clues as to who her family might be in this pickle-related area. She's very tall. She's constantly hitting her head on doorways, which, may affect her cognitive abilities, who's to say. And I don't know, I haven't really got much else to say about her. She's on a journey of self-discovery, I think. Naturally a very suspicious person also, I think.
Aren't we all? On a journey of self-discovery, not naturally suspicious, but...
Both.
Both work.
Well.
And finally, Salem, would you like to describe your character, please? Your fiery redhead.
Okay, my character, hi, her name is Soria. She is a half-elf ranger from distant lands. Soria has left looking to try and find herself, find new friends, but also to take care of others. Some people to take under her arms and just be like, we can do this. We're going to save the world, and we're going to go on lots of adventures, and we're going to have lots of fun, but we're also going to find ourselves as we do it. And that's all I'm going to give you.
Yes, Queen, give us nothing. Moving on into the game.
Very literally.
Moving on into the game. Like I said before, you have all passed under the stone arch of the district gate, where a woman dressed in long flowing robes and a mask depicting the face of a grotesque insect is offering citizens flowers and pieces of parchment. As you are all currently sitting or standing, depending on your proclivities, what would you all like to do? Oh, bearing in mind, I will just do one little bit of housekeeping before we start. Just a reminder that you all have 25 gold at minimum. because you did a quest last game. Just make sure that it's updated on your character sheets.
Where would I find that?
Okay, yeah, beautiful. In inventory. So
thank you.
across from our actions. Stunning. Yeah, we bartered it up.
Oh, I forgot about
How
that.
much was it again? 12.
25 minimum?
25.
25 each? Nice.
Yes.
I'm sitting
Yes,
at like 78.
Yeah, I'm
Nice.
sitting at 58.
Let me do some math.
So
So sorry, are we adding 25 to our existing amount? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
slay.
well then the math is easy.
The math is easy.
It's a
To be fair,
20.
the
It's a
other math should
20
have been
and a
easy
5.
also. Yeah.
It's a
Thank you
20
so much.
and a 5.
Bless.
Slay, thank you.
Cool.
So you said that someone wearing a grotesque mask is handing out.
Yes, there is a lady in a long flowing robe that's currently standing by the arch gates into the theatre district, and she is currently handing out bouquets of flowers and little pieces of parchment to people.
All right, I will walk up and say, "Hello, can I have that?" Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna walk up and like if they're handing them out, I'm gonna
Sure,
ask
absolutely.
for one.
Um,
Politely.
yeah, she looks towards you. Well, you believe she looks towards you behind this insect-like mask, and she gives a little bow, doesn't say anything, but hands you a bouquet of roses and a small piece of parchment that you notice has a map on it.
Okay.
The map
What does?
is what you see currently on your stream at the moment.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay, so I show the rest of the party the map. And is there anything weird about the roses, the bouquet?
You seem to have a normal, nice-looking little bouquet of roses, you know. The thorns have been clipped off them, and they seem to smell like a normal bouquet of roses should smell. But maybe give me a nature check, and you might have a little bit of a closer look.
Yeah, of course. Nature. That's 4. That's 4.
Yeah, it seems to be a normal bouquet of roses. Nothing special
Slay.
about them in particular.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna take one of each of the flowers and give them to the rest of the party, and then I'm just gonna keep the rest. So everyone gets one, but I'll keep the rest of them.
Okay. You are all
That's really
given
nice.
a lovely little rose.
That's really nice. Are we all just gonna act like a giant bug lady is kind of normal here?
I guess I kind of did go in with that assumption, didn't I?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
What kind of bug are we
it's-
talking?
so it looks like I'm really bad with bugs. I would say the face of a centipede.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Not gonna lie, guys. Not a fan of centipedes. A little
Okay.
bit weird. Okay.
I'm wondering, like, do we do a religion check, like, to give like a background of like who the Hive Mother is?
I mean, you could totally do that, V, or if you, as a seasoned lore master of my world, would like to give a little description, you're more than welcome to as well.
So, some people, might have been myself and Iron Lung X, used to play in a campaign where we were supposed to save the world from the Hive Mother, who is a bit of an eldritch god, I would say, is like the best way of describing it. I always forget how to say her actual name.
Thaxil.
Axel. Anyway, we were a incredibly incompetent group of heroes, and we failed spectacularly. So now the world is just kind of taken over by an eldritch god.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And
you know
we
what?
all, I assume, as characters, we all know that as part of the world.
I would say yes, but seeing as how this happened many years ago, you've all been brought up with the knowledge that the Hive Mother is a very gracious and loving god that has banished a variety of devils, demons, and ne'er-do-wells in the past, and has nurtured this tiny little world, lovely and beautifully for the past 100 years. And this festival really is just one of those times where you get to celebrate the absolute majesty of the goddess of your world.
Good. So it's not like a wrathful kind of vibe.
Well, not according to your teachings.
Well, exactly. That's, yep, to our knowledge.
Okay.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, propaganda's a hell of a thing.
Right. I love that
And this
so
person-
much, especially if I was just told them. Sorry.
No, you're fine. This person is like a follower that has just handed us.
She's just one more member working at the festival because it's a masquerade ball, so everybody's wearing masks, and that's just one thing she decided to wear.
Okay, stunning.
All right. So that map that you've got, does that have a path of direction or somewhere that we're being led to?
I'm used to maps that have like a dotted line with an X at the end and a picture of a treasure chest. But this one doesn't have that. But it's got a few specific locations called out. So there's an inn, there's a theater. There's somewhere that I would maybe be interested in as a woman of the seas. It's called the Wet Spot. And then there's a herbology place. So I guess we could go in and celebrate and see what everyone's celebrating at the festival.
Yeah. See if we need to get any supplies for the celebrations. See if we need to
what we
where
want
we need to be and when we need to be there. Yeah.
I would love to see an event. I would love to see something. I would love, the theater looks fun. A show.
Yeah.
What do we think?
I think a show would be fun. I don't think I've ever been in a theatre before.
Oh.
What's a thespian?
I think that's when a woman and a woman love each other very much. Oh, no, sorry. Wrong one. That's lesbian. My bad. Sorry.
But yes, a theatre sounds lovely.
All right, let's make our way into town. Let's go towards the theater, I guess.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Sounds like a lovely idea.
I'm just going to very quickly, with my red rose, just quickly druid craft it into a white one and put it in my hair.
Oh, yes.
You know how to do this so much better than me. Can you do that with mine?
Yeah, I go up to I'm forgetting everyone's names already. We're off to such a good start. To Kara. And I go up to Kara and I change Kara's to match her outfit. I go up to Soria and make hers red to match her red hair, like just that perfect red match. And then I go up to B and make hers like a pinky colour to theme with her outfit too.
Stunning.
You all
That's so
feel
pretty. Thank you.
very fancy. Okay. Walking inside the theatre district past that gate, the streets are currently alive with activity. Masked acrobats swing from lantern-lit wires high above the streets below. Merchants peddle perfumes and pastries shaped like hearts, eyes, and stars. A group of women in shimmering gowns spin in a circle, the shadows dancing far too long behind them. Everywhere you see love in all of its forms. Hand-holding couples, performers mid-flirt with their audience, whispered confessions in darkened corners. But there is something else beneath the joy, a sense of anticipation, of a moment before a curtain rises. Everyone here, including yourselves, have seen the posters across the city, and most of them are anticipating the performance of the year. This new, fabled performance that is mysterious in a variety of ways being performed at the Cypro Theatre at some point today. As you pass by the bridge in the centre, you see that there is, tucked between a flower-drenched wine stall and a puppet theatre of singing swans, a small velvet tent beckons to you. Its silken flaps are dyed a deep violet, embroidered with golden thread in the shape of countless staring eyes. Above the entrance, a wooden sign creaks gently in the breeze, saying, "The Mask of Echoes. Speak your truth if you dare. 1 gold per play."
I will do that. That
I
sounds
also
fun
run
as
up
hell.
to it and try and stare each one of the eyeballs directly into its gaze, because that seems like a fun pastime.
Give me a quick perception check there, V.
You would.
That's a 21.
You're pretty
crazy.
sure that every time you look into one of these eyes, they look back into you, almost staring through you, into your very soul itself. But every time you look back at the eye that you just moved away, it seems to be standing still again.
I just whisper to myself, wow, this is so intimate, and keep looking.
Approaching the tent, you all see a woman lounging beside the entrance on a fainting couch, upholstered in crushed indigo and violet. She wears a mask of half glass, half bone, in the shape of some kind of bear, and regards you with a knowing smile. Perfume and incense curls from a brazier at her side, carrying the scent of jasmine and old parchment. Inside the tent, soft lantern light reveals 5 elaborate masks, each displayed atop stone pedestals. The air is hushed and strange, muffled as though sound struggles to escape. As you approach, this lady says to you, "Welcome, seekers of truth. 5 masks await, but only one will echo your soul. Choose poorly, and the silence shall ring eternal. Choose wisely, and the stage shall reveal your part to play. The Mask of Echoes. Just 1 gold to try your luck."
I will try my luck. Yeah,
She
I walk up.
holds one hand out expectantly.
Oh, I give a gold.
She takes the gold and slips it into a little purse by her side. In front of you sit 5 masks, each carved from a different material.
Okay.
Find the one that echoes truth. Remember, the mask that sees but never speaks will show what silence speaks. In front of you are 5 masks. 1 ivory, pristine and cold, wide eyes, but their mouth is sealed. Bronze, dulled with age, lips parted as if mid-speech. 1 of glass, shimmering but cracked near its left ear. A wooden one, warm, with a knot where the mouth should be. And finally, a velvet one, plush and luxurious, but rather featureless. As you stare into these masks, the lady then repeats to you, "1 mask hears all, 1 mask sees all. 1 mask remembers, 1 mask lies. 1 mask is merely a mask. As I said before, to find the one that echoes truth, remember, the mask that sees but never speaks will show what silence seeks."
Okay. So I will pick up the mask that had the knot where the mouth was. Was it the wooden one?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll pick up that one.
You pick it up. Do you do anything with it?
Yeah, I'm going to put it on.
You put it on. As you put it on, you try to affix it to your face, but you realize that it sort of doesn't quite fit correctly. And as you take your hand away, the mask drops down back onto its platform, and the lady stares at you. "A mask never speaks. This mask sees not."
Oh. All right. So that's on me. I picked the wrong mask. And I look at the rest of the group and I'm like, does any of you want to speak to this weird lady about the masks?
I don't think you're whispering quietly enough. I think she might have heard you.
Oh. Does anyone else want to?
I don't know.
Does anyone else want to have a look at
I definitely would like to
I
try.
just, as you guys are having this conversation, I just go, it's amazing how often they just don't blink. Do they have eyelids? And I just go back to just looking at these eyes.
They are lidless.
Ew.
I want to
Sorry.
reach out and try to poke one
Of the eyes?
and see what happens. Yeah.
You poke one of the eyes, and it's just fabric of a tent.
Weird.
Oh.
What are we doing? Sorry, this is fascinating. There's nothing like this at home.
I kind of assumed that we would maybe be picking a mask because everyone else is wearing masks. It's like a masquerade festival.
Yeah.
So I was kind of assuming we would be picking our own masks, but
Yeah.
the wood one didn't really like me, and so I don't know where to go.
I'm
here.
I
thinking
feel like we got here a little bit late.
I'm thinking long and hard, trying
To,
to think which one I would like.
clarify, this is a bit of a puzzle. However, if you would like to, you are more than welcome to buy masks from this person as well.
Oh, okay, got you. All
Um,
right. I want to solve the puzzle
Mhm.
as a group. Sorry, not just.
Is there like, yeah. Is there a written format of this puzzle anywhere around, like a
In the
pamphlet
VC
or a
chat.
brochure? Oh. I walk up and I pick it up.
I am staring very, very intently, reading each line and trying to figure out if there is a hidden thing in each line. So I'm seriously just staring. It could be this one, but it could be that one. So I am very, very much thinking, and I'm just trying to pick one. I have two in mind, but I'm trying to pick one.
I'm scared of. Oh, sorry. You go, V.
No, I was just gonna say, I am gonna just very quickly pass over gold without saying anything. Just a piece of gold.
She takes it and pops it into her little purse.
And I am going to pick up. So we need to find the one that echoes truth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Remember, you're looking for the one that echoes truth. The mask that sees but never speaks will show what silence seeks.
Sees but never speaks.
Like, it feels like the obvious one would be.
You can speak, certainly. You don't need to put your hand up. Although I do appreciate the politeness.
Actually, that sees but never speaks. I think it's the bronze.
Sees but never speaks. So
Walk me
it's
through
dulled.
that.
So the bronze one is dulled with age, lips parted as if mid-speech.
Oh, I more meant so that I could hear the thought process behind why you think it's that one.
Oh no, I was. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
doing
Yeah.
that as well.
Yep.
I rummaged
just
through
feel
my
like-
little purse while V's working it out. I'm looking through my purse trying to decide, am I going to? I'm a little bit stingy. 1 gold is a lot. I'm going to keep thinking.
Or maybe
You go.
it's the velvet one because it's like plush and luxurious but featureless. I don't know. What does everyone else think?
I know that I wouldn't want to touch the velvet one.
That
Um,
makes
I
a
can
lot of
offer.
sense.
I am going to. Oh, sorry.
No, I think I'm going to go with ivory. So I pick one out. Here's a coin. And I will take ivory. It's a beautiful color. It's a beautiful feel. May I pick ivory, please?
You pass a piece of gold over. You pick up the ivory. Do you do anything with it?
I feel it. I don't notice anything. And then, yes, I will put it on. And see.
You put the mask on and feel an overwhelming sense of accomplishment rush through you, as if you have chosen wisely. The lady behind the little couch gives you a small nod and hands you a little parcel with a bow on top.
Oh,
I do hope you enjoy your time at the festival.
Good job. What's in
thank you.
What's in it? I look over. I'm like, what's in the little parcel? What's in there?
am I allowed to open it?
You may. Open
Would
it
you
up.
like to see what
You
I've
pull
opened
out-
here?
Open it up, you pull out the bow and take the lid off. And there's a small little lantern inside. A small, tiny, almost an inch or two. It glows with a violet blue flame that seems to almost give you a feeling of organization and illumination. If you'd like to check on the right-hand side, you can check a little menu where it's a picture of a book in the journal. You have unlocked the Lantern of the Final Act.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. Salem, did you want to read it out?
absolutely. I'll read all of it. Lantern of the Final Act. It is a wondrous item, uncommon. This small, ornate lantern glows with a violet blue flame that does not burn, only illuminates. It's said to contain the spirit of a forgotten stagehand. I have 2 points. I have the Revelation Light. When lit, the lantern reveals invisible creatures and hidden writing within 30 feet for 1 minute. Used once a day. And then dim the lights. Once per long rest, you may cast darkness centered on the lantern. You can see through this specific darkness. That's what
That's
I have.
cool.
Very
Can I
useful.
ask a mechanical question about this?
You may.
With dim the lights, is Salem the only one that can see through that darkness, or is it everyone in the party?
It is the person holding the lantern.
Stunning. Yep. Cool. Thank you.
So I may pass it on to someone else if I feel that someone else in the party may use it of a better in a different position, say in the party
Yes,
walk.
because we are playing a one-shot today, no items will require attunement. Everyone can use
Slay.
any item at any time.
Perfect.
Perfect.
I see this happen, and then I quickly also pick up the ivory mask. 'Cause I handed over gold.
You did.
Did you not choose one?
Not yet. I was
No,
talking
they were
about a
pondering.
discussion. Yeah, I pick up the ivory one.
You get, do you put the mask on?
Yeah.
You don't get a sense of accomplishment, but you get a sense of... I'm not going to say that word.
I want to know what it was.
You get the feeling of sloppy seconds.
Yes, let's go.
As if you've treaded where someone has treaded before.
I then hand over another gold coin, and I pick up the bronze one that I originally was going to go for.
You feel more stuck to your own interpretation of how life should go. However, the mask does not attach to you whatsoever.
I then keep continuing to hand over gold and try on the rest of the masks. Does anything happen?
After 5 minutes of this, you begin to feel buyer's remorse.
Is that a magical thing, or is that just a general sense?
Look, the world is full of intricacies and magic. Who knows what it could be?
It's beautiful.
Stunning.
I just look over to the eyeballs and I just whisper, "You could have warned me, all of you." And then I just turn and sort of sit in my own little bit of embarrassment.
Goodness.
Bianca, you sure that one of those eyes just winked? Sure of it. But when you look back, just normal velvet of a 10.
Well, this sure was a distraction.
Can I do what Yule was doing and really look at them now? Like really try and figure out if
give
there's anything?
me a perception check.
Okay.
How does it wink if it doesn't have eyelids?
That's a 6.
Just normal tents. Just painted on eyes, really. Just woven fabric. Nothing interesting going on here.
Fucking 4 and a 6. Jesus. Okay.
You guys seem pretty obsessed with the tent side. Can I also try?
You're more than welcome to.
I think we all
I
will.
want to keep on trying. I want us to all try now. What am I hitting?
Perception.
Perception, which is in what section?
It'll be under your abilities. So on the left-hand side, there should be a long list of skills you can perform.
Mm-hmm.
While Kara's doing that, I look at Yule. I'm like,
I found it.
I saw it too, right? Like I saw it too.
They're all seeing and all
15.
knowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking back at the eyes, seem a little bit unnerving to you. But otherwise, just fabric.
Cool. Soria, you're up.
Uh, I have a feeling we needed a nat 20 to know what the fuck these are doing.
Yeah.
Not everything has a success. Some things are just set dressing.
Some things are just vibes.
True. I'm gonna say thank you to the store.
Oh, hang on, before we
store
continue.
owner.
Salem,
sorry.
I don't know, it's made out of rats. Oh.
Sorry. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna say thank you to the stall owner, and I'm gonna, even though we have a map, I'm trying to make small talk. I'm like, could you let us know where the theater is?
She points directly behind you to a large purple building just a couple of meters beyond the docks themselves.
I give her a thumbs up and I say thank you for your time, and I look at the rest of the group. I'm like, should we go and see if there's a show on?
Yeah.
I'm good to go.
I quickly, before we all decide to go in, the person that I am is like, has everyone got snacks and drinks? Are we ready to go in? Does anyone need to do anything before we go in?
I run up to the bridge and just see if I can see any mail being delivered down the river.
Oh,
Yeah, I was confused as well. I mean, I'll look for one.
Any?
Sure, give me a perception check. Have a looky.
Because Gherkinville has a very specific mail delivery system.
Yep.
The
Which I had forgotten.
With a 22, you can see a small weird jar full of green vegetables just bobbing its way just down the river.
I am gonna go. Get my. Well, I don't know how I'm gonna pull this off. I'm gonna try and maneuver myself off the bridge and reach down and grab it.
Oh my god.
Like laying my legs along the bridge, but
Do you want me to hold onto your legs for you? Like I can dangle you down a little bit if that's helpful.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
All right.
Sure, make a sleight of hand check with advantage because you're being helped.
21?
Yeah, you very deftly lean over the edge of this bridge with help from your friend holding on to your ankles, and you quickly just grab this little jar.
Cool. As I triumphantly grab my jar, I hold it in the air and I go, I got snacks! And drinks, I get this if you like pickle juice.
I love the smell of brine in my food.
I then open the jar and because Gherkinville's mail system is that everything is mailed down the riverway in a jar of gherkins, I pull out the piece of mail in the gherkin jar. What does it say?
You take out this briny, damp piece of parchment, swipe off a little slice of gherkin before you begin to read. It reads, My dearest Leora, I still remember the first time I saw you on that stage, how your voice wrapped around the room like velvet smoke. How I forgot my lines because I was too busy watching you become someone else. They say the stage is only an illusion, but you made it real for me. And now, as the final act draws near, I fear I've stepped into a play I cannot control. The lines are vanishing, the dreams are whispering. Something is coming. If you find this letter, follow the moonlight. Trust the rhythm of your heart before the curtain falls. Forever your understudy. M.
You look over and I'm just like sobbing. So beautiful. Who do you think they are?
I slowly get the letter and I start putting it in my mouth to eat it.
I go
Tastes
to
like
grab
pickles.
that, and I am like, please don't eat that. You'll, we
There
just
are pickles in
eating-
there. You could just eat the pickles.
I'm
It's
just,
it's only tree. It's nutritious, but okay. I hand the letter to B.
I'm gonna
Semi-chewed.
shake it off the pickles and try and flatten it out and like clip it to my bag so as it dries out, because I just want to hold on to it in case we need it later. I'm trying to like dry it out. This letter, did you read it out to everyone, Yule? Or am I just stopping you from eating a random bit of paper?
No, you're just stopping me from eating around a bit of paper. I think Kara read it over my shoulder, and I read it. But...
Yeah, sorry, Map. I was already right there with you, so.
All right. So I just quickly read it out so we're all on the same page.
I start crying again. It feels so beautiful the second time.
Such a softie.
I feel like people
With a
who
lot
have
of
their
feelings.
names as just a letter is a bit weird. Who would do that? Anyway.
Yeah, that is super weird, actually. So it mentions the theater, or it mentions like performing. So maybe we're on the right track. Maybe something fun's happening at the theater. Maybe, oh my gosh, maybe this is like a lover's debacle.
Secret lovers.
I'm enough
Secret
of a snoop to
lovers.
want to find out.
Me
Let's
too.
go.
Also, if we're snooping, we might be able to find some treasure. So let's go.
Sounds
Maybe
good.
they're putting on Jomeo and Roulette. That'd be cool.
Oh, that's my favorite
Maybe.
hake sphere.
I guess I lead the way to the theater.
Sure. You guys head towards the theatre. A large building in front of you. Purple roof tiles and bamboo struts hang from this gloriously decorated theatre. A large amount of banners hang from the rafters in front of it, giving off a sense of regality into this area. In front of the theatre itself, you see that there is a small entryway, not guarded by anybody, but a sign above it reads the Cypro Theatre. Tonight, playing the fabled play. I gotta remember what I called it because I'm bad at my life. The Daughters of the Drowned Star.
Daughters of the Drowned Star.
I don't think I've heard of that one.
I don't think I have either. That would be fun. I mean, we're in town. It's a celebration. Let's go in. Let's see if we can attend the performance.
Yeah, let's see if there are any tickets.
Yeah.
Do we see any ticket booth or anything?
There doesn't seem to be any ticket booths or people taking tickets. The theatre district is mainly, as people who've been in this town would know before, mainly funded by generous donations.
Okay. Do we
Do we
potentially
see
want
anyone else
to
around? Oh,
just
sorry.
donate a little to, feel good and just contribute?
Mm.
Do we have an
Yeah.
aura of if you don't pay any contribution that there may be bad luck?
Not necessarily, no. There's just a closed door and a small box next to it with a little slot at the top. That's all.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Okay.
put in 2 gold.
Yeah, I'll do the same. Pop in 2 gold.
I'll
Yeah,
put in
obviously.
1. I already spent 1 on the mask, so I'll put in 1 gold.
I didn't spend any money on the mask, but I'm still only putting in 2.
That's valid.
I'm stingy.
After putting in the gold, I start walking towards the entrance where it looks like we're meant to go in.
You open up the door and you step inside. The rest of you all follow.
Yes. I'll bring up the rear. Oh,
It is
Oh
currently,
my
It is
gosh.
currently not
This is
very
gorgeous.
busy in here today.
Okay. Alrighty.
Wow, I've never seen a
Is
stage
there-
like this before.
Yeah, this is massive.
As you
This is so
push
beautiful.
through the door and slip behind a velvet curtain, the scent of old wood, dust, and faint traces of rosewater mingles in the cool air of this theatre. The hum of the festival crowd behind you fades beneath the muffled sounds of actors rehearsing hurried lines and stagehands scurrying about. Plush, crimson velvet curtains frame the massive stage, their rich folds absorbing the flickering glow of candle chandeliers hanging from wrought iron chains overhead. The scent of aged wood, old parchment, faint hints of incense, mingled with the soft murmur of these actors rehearsing. Rows of tiered balconies wrap around the theatre's interior like the petals of a dark blossom, each seat upholstered in deep blue silk faded by time. The floor creaks ever so slightly beneath your feet as you move, and the flicker of shadows seem to dance just before the edge of your vision. Above the stage, a massive painted backdrop depicts a moonlight cityscape, its details shifting subtly whenever you glance away, as if alive with its own secrets. The air hums with the tension of stories untold, the whispered promises of actors past, and the quiet pulse of something just beyond your understanding. Around the rest of the room, narrow corridors will snake out of different doors, leading to dressing rooms and prop closets, the green room, all illuminated by flickering lanterns casting long wavering shadows across the area. Faint strains of haunted music drift from an unseen source, threading through the scent of worn leather and silk costume. This is the place where the performance will be held tonight, the line between performance and reality being blurred into a spectacle of theatric performances, where every footstep echoes with the weight of forgotten roles and where the festival's greatest mysteries may unfold yet. However, it seems at the moment the entire theatre is only being occupied by a small group of stagehands and performers hurriedly in, rehearsing their final pieces of dialogue. What would you all like to do?
I whisper to the group, I'm like, I think we're like a little early, but do you reckon that's good? Like, we could get really good seats if we're here this early.
And we brought snacks.
Bring snacks.
True. Should we, do we know, actually, did anyone check what time it's meant to start? Like, do we need to maybe ask one of the stagehands, maybe?
That might be a good idea.
I'm gonna like try and be so quiet and demure, if you will, and walk up to this stagehand over to the left. Excuse me. Excuse me, bearded human. Hello, hi, hello. What are we? How early are we? When does it start?
This stagehand, who is currently sweeping the floor with a wicker broom, turns to you. The performance starts whenever the performances are ready. However, there's an air of uncertainty around this today. You see, parts of the script have gone missing. We don't know if stolen or misplaced. So the performers are currently scrambling, trying to find them, or to come up with their own sort of entrepreneurial performance. It's quite dire, the situation at hand.
I've just kind of like crept up behind because I'm curious to know what the conversation is. And I interject with just, I'm sorry, but if the performance is on tonight, how are people not off book already? Like, what kind of show is this?
This show is barely performed and barely rehearsed. To be honest, our lovely playwright, moving too early, has decided to discover a ancient script that they thought may be performed ad hoc. No performance is ever as good as one that comes directly from the soul. As such, our performers only discover their role and their lines mere hours before they perform it.
Oh, that kind of sounds like this thing that came to the Feywild once. We had a whole bunch of devils do this thing called improv.
For fuck's sake.
I think the trick is yes and.
I'm gonna write that down. Yes.
Goodbye.
And improv.
Okay, so they need. Do you know if they need help finding this? Because we were just gonna wait and like have snacks, but if they need help, should I be asking them, or do you know?
You're more than welcome to talk to some of the performers, but yes, if you were able to help us find the missing pieces somewhere around the area, perhaps near the canals or in the very theatre itself, I'm sure the pages can't have gotten too far.
Oh, we found that page earlier that we were going to do the thing.
Oh, I pull it off my pack. It's like, I guess, dried out. It's kind of crusty. And I show the stagehand really excitedly. I'm like, oh, my friend Yule. Are we friends? My friend Yule found this in the... is it okay if I call you my friend?
Yeah.
Okay. My friend Yule found this in the river. It was being mailed. Is this one of the pages?
You hand it over, and he takes a look, and no, it doesn't seem to be one of the pages of our script. However, I do recognize the handwriting of our own playwright, Moving Too Early.
Oh.
Oh.
And are they around at all?
I believe I'm looking right at them.
Yeah, he points to a dark-skinned lady in a fairly boisterous blue and green robes, currently scribbling furiously in front of the stage.
Thank you. What's your name? I'm so sorry I didn't ask.
Tim.
Tim. Thank you, Tim, for your help. We're gonna go talk to. We're gonna let you get back to your work because we've taken up enough of your time. We're gonna go. Thanks, Tim. And I just am so awkward with leaving this situation with Tim, and I just walk away from it. I scooch past the other two and down to where Soria is, just really awkwardly.
Anybody else who has ever DM'd in their life knows the terror of a player asking you to name an NPC that you have not named.
I am so sorry. I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
It's a real contrast to moving to early and my personal favorite in your homebrew world, which is Scoobit McDoobit.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Well, I saw Moving Too Early. I overheard the conversation and I saw someone standing, not realizing it was Movin. So I have approached Movin and I mention that there appears to be a little commotion that you have lost some of your scripts for tonight, and potentially that we may need to give you some help. Are you in perhaps looking for some help? Would you be open to some help? Because we all want to save the world and make it better.
She looks up from the scribbling that she is currently enthralled in, staring at you in the eyes a little too intensely. Yes, thank you. I've been working on this script. I didn't work on it myself, of course, but I found it and in one of the old boxes back behind the stage. But every time I got the leaves together, they seem to have split apart and walked off by themselves. They seem to have a mind of their own. She did say that they would be temperamental to keep track of. If you would be able to find them for me, I would be most graciously appreciative, and I'm sure the theatre itself would perform you with gracious goods and thanks if you were to be able to find them.
Where are they usually? If they tend to wander off, where are they usually?
They've been wandering off in all sorts of random directions. I found one in the playwright's closet, one in the green room one time. One of them was on the roof, trying to flap away with pigeons. They can be quite esoteric.
They sound sentient.
is that possible?
What things aren't these days?
Well, that's a great point. Are you okay?
I'm fantastic. I'm very excited for the performance ahead. It's sure to be life-changing.
Are we getting
You have-
any weird vibes? Sorry.
I mean,
Are we getting-
feel free to roll me an insight check. I will say, no matter what you roll, there's some weird vibes.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
this. There's weird vibes. Zay, you sound very short
Oh,
of breath.
Zell,
very...
she's fine. Hey, like she's vibing.
I rolled a 4.
She's just really passionate about this play.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Same to you, Salem. Just really passionate about this play.
Okay.
Need some
I would
help.
also like to about her reaction to me saying they're sentient. Like particularly what her reaction was when I said sentient and
Yeah, give me an insight check.
24. What is with my rolls today?
What the fuck?
Don't complain.
My brother in Christ. I haven't rolled above a 10, and V's got like 3 over 20 already.
And the funny thing is, you have a +6 to your insight. Like you got some good whiz, I think. Yeah. Anyway, you as you mentioned that they are perhaps sentient, and just in general, you see that she's got sort of a 1,000-yard stare, like she's looking past you and not quite into you. When you mention that they have a sentience of their own, and she responds with "doesn't most things these days," you feel like she's somewhere else in her own head, as if, with a 24, almost as if she's not talking to you.
Oh.
Earlier on, she did say, you said that someone had said something about.
Do you have an actual fucking pickle right now?
I'm hungry.
Crazy.
I could.
That's crazy.
Center stage for the pickle.
Sorry to interrupt you, Hannah. Please continue.
I just noticed that you said that you were told something about this script by someone. Who was that?
Oh, I must have misspoken. I just found it lying in an old box out the back. Some ancient playwright that I'm sure was fabulous at their work.
I might also roll perception on that one.
Insight you're looking for?
Sorry, insight. Sorry.
Why not? Let's just
Words.
let's just brute force our way through the checks today, shall we? Let's.
Sorry. I just wanted to stack on with everybody else. My bad.
Yeah, she's super passionate about her work. Hey, like she's probably lying about where she got it from. She might have stole it from someone, or she might have used Arcane PT, a new generational spell that helps you make things quite easily and should never be used in a creative context. But some people do.
Oh, yep. Amen.
But apart from that, yeah, nothing suspicious going on here.
The registering of the information.
Alrighty. Okay, so I moving. Do you have any suggestions on where we should start looking for the pages for you?
Well, the first one, when it disappeared, it did go to the green room, and it was hiding in some of the prop master's closets. Perhaps backstage would be the first point of call.
Okay. How do we feel? Do we? This is to the group. Do we just want to have a look around the green room? Maybe also seeing a green room at a theater sounds really cool. I've never done that before, so I'm really keen to help, just to see what's there. Just to have a look at things.
I would, but
Thoughts?
I think there's definitely, we feel very passionate, but are we able to access Ella and Clara and maybe ask them as well if they've seen them? Or were they saw them last? Saw the pages last?
Oh, want to ask?
As Thoria says this, I just put my hand up and I go, "Hello," and I wave it at the two people on stage.
And I'm behind you, all hi.
They look down at you from their very hastily written new scripts, and they go, you see one of them, the closest one, seems to be a Goliath, looks down towards you, and she goes, hello, this performance has not started yet.
Oh, Oh, we know. I was just wondering if you'd seen any script pages, maybe that are sentient and also flap like birds.
You mean the one that none of us can find and are struggling to find, and if had found, would currently be holding them practicing with them? I can't say I have.
Yeah. Oh. Also, where's backstage? Because normally, like, a stage is at the front of the room, but this is, like, in the center of the room, so which is the back? Is the back, like, the underneath? And then do we need to get through you? How does that work?
She stares at you before banging. She's got a staff in her hand. Before banging the staff twice on the floor, and you see a little hatch opens.
Oh.
That's really cool.
Thank you.
You're so smart.
That's so cool. What, green room? Is that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's.
And then,
yeah.
I don't even know how you managed to get upstairs. Are they stairs up onto the stage?
You just can hop on.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I'm just gonna do a little trip. There. Hi. Hello.
I wondered, V. And the second I saw that face...
Wait, what? What happened? What happened?
No, nothing. It's fine. Continue with your day.
I'm not metagaming. That's what happens.
Oh.
There's a fancy lord in the corner. Don't mind him.
I definitely am. I'm nervous. I'm very, very nervous.
I am. Sorry.
No, you go, Zoe.
I was gonna say I clocked him when we walked in, but I am very much trying to avoid his attention.
But you didn't out him, right? You clocked him, but you didn't out him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
I see him as we come up to the stage, and I wave and I go hello as I,
And
go understage.
I duck. I zoom understage.
I'm gone. I'm downstairs already. This is. No, I don't want to talk to them.
All right. This gentleman in the corner reading a book just looks over at you, gives a small nod. You all jump onto the stage and down into the hatch into the backstage area, or I should say the underground stage area.
Do we
you're
jump
currently in
or are
a
there
dusty-
stairs?
There's a ladder.
Okay. So it's a safe landing?
It's a safe landing, yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll go down first, and I'll make sure that everyone else gets down safely.
Lovely.
Once I get down there, I'm immediately looking for not specifically the pages, but like anything that maybe is valuable or powerful.
Okay, I'll get to that in a moment. Please give me an investigation check, and I'll get to that in just 1 second.
Okay.
As you climb down this ladder, the backstage corridor stretches like a winding artery behind the grand stage, cloaked in half light and steeped in the scent of dust, sage grease, and otherwise various bits of dirt and grime. Every surface hums with stories, wall-plastered with faded show posters from previous performances, fraying costume lists from performances well past, and whispered notes in ink that bleed just a bit more than it probably should. Narrow hallways branch off to dressing rooms, quick change nooks and crannies, storage closets stacked high with props and wardrobe trunks. Faint footsteps echo through the hallways, though you don't quite see anybody currently. Somewhere deeper, a violin currently being practiced plays a single haunting note. The floorboards below you creak not with age, but with a memory of motion, as if recent footsteps refuse to be forgotten. Gilded mirrors along the walls reflect the space unevenly, casting back warped images, sometimes lagging a second behind. Dim lanterns flicker along hooks, giving just enough light to navigate, but leaving corners dark enough for the imagination to run wild. Scripts and scraps of poetry lie discarded in scattered trails, almost as if an actress fled mid-rehearsal or was pulled away from her performance. In front of you, there is a small door. The scent of cold tea and wilting flowers drifting from within. Atop, a small cracked sign that says Green Room. Beside it, a mask with a cracked porcelain stare stares blankly from a costumed hook.
The mask was porcelain, you said?
The mask is porcelain, yeah.
I don't, just
with
something
an,
about it.
With an 8, by the way, on your investigation check, because this keeps happening, you're pretty sure that you had shoes on when you came in here.
Guys, I freaking lost my shoes again.
You turn around and you see that this behind the ladder. You seem to have misplaced them.
Oh, they must have not. I mustn't have done them up properly. That's so weird. I mustn't have done them up properly. I grab them and I start like buckling them and I do them extra tight this time. Once I don't know why I've just like clocked this porcelain mask for some reason. So I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna pick it up and put it on my face.
Absolutely. You pop on this porcelain mask and attach the strings to the back of your head. It is a humanoid-looking porcelain mask with sort of glass eyes covering the eye holes. It depicts, let's say, a tiefling.
I turn and look at the group. I'm like, what do you think?
Impressive.
You can't see my look of disappointment behind the mask, but just know it's there.
You can see mine.
I low-key was hoping it would do something, and it didn't. So I'm just gonna take it off and put it back where I found it.
Do I see any lanterns behind the stage?
Yeah, there are a variety of lit and unlit lanterns.
I just grab a random lantern and present it to.
You turn back. You turn back around. Your companion, who was wearing this mask, you're pretty sure they weren't a tiefling, but their face seems to have shimmered and turned into the visage of a middle-aged tiefling woman.
I mean, I was gonna give you a lantern because I thought nothing was gonna happen, but that's cool. And then I see if I can get a mirror instead.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, because obviously I can't see myself, so I'm like, what are you?
Can I reach out to try to touch the horns?
You reach out to touch the horns, yeah. They are there.
Like,
I'm kind of like, what are you doing? And I'm like, guys, what's going on?
Did you get
You
a
guys
mirror?
are weird.
Did I get a mirror? Is there like anything with a reflective surface that I could find?
Yeah, there's a mirror. You can find a mirror.
I point to the mirror point out the mirror to be. Good look,
I go and look in the mirror and I'm like, I'm just like, what the fuck? Okay, low-key horns kind of suit me though.
I was about to say, it's not a bad look.
That's nice. That's hot.
I kind of reach up and I'm like, trying to, like, I guess, test that they're actually there. Like, I mean, I know Kara had touched them, but I haven't been aware.
Okay. Can I do a perception check? Something has obviously, I don't know if you want perception or something else, but something has obviously happened since we went through what appears to maybe have been I don't know if it was a portal, but as soon as we come downstairs, everything looks or feels different. There's chaos. It feels I feel chaos. So is there anything, can I do a check of some sort just to see?
You want a chaos check?
A chaos check or something? Like I know we don't have chaos check, but
it's fine. Are you trying to
vibe check?
Check the area?
Yeah, it feels like a trick room.
Give me an insight check. It's not quite used for environments, but that's fine. Give me an insight check, we'll say.
What the hell?
10's alright. 10's dead average. Your personal feelings are valid. This place does seem a bit more grim and grimy than the intricate, dashing and colourful stage above you. This place seems a lot more used, a lot more worn, perhaps older than anything above it. And while you only have a 10, you can't quite place it. There is a slight feeling of unease in this area.
Okay.
I would like to very specifically look around for like a room with a green door or some sort of green.
There is a door in front of you where the mask was that said green room on top, if that might be what you're looking for.
Is it green?
The door itself is not green.
Oh. I was expecting it to be actually green. You guys have really weird social conventions in this place. And then I go towards the door.
I mean, you're right. I don't know why that we call it a green room. That's so strange. And I just follow Yule.
I open the door, still expecting that this room is somehow going to be green.
You move through the door and enter the green room, a cramped space lined with tall mirrors framed in chipped gold plating. The reflection is fractured in the mirror, shadows flickering in the corner with the light might reach. The area itself has the occasional withered couch, the occasional discarded mug, and the smell of dampness.
Does it look like anyone's been in here recently?
It looks dusty, but you can imagine that somebody may have been in here. It is, after all, the green room. But it doesn't look freshly used.
Okay.
It smells so bad in here, and I just start looking for the pages. I'm just going to have a look around.
If I was a page, where would I be?
As B says, it smells bad. I just like to druid craft just a couple of flowers in the corner, like very fragrant ones, just to make the smell a bit nicer.
Yeah, what type of flowers?
Let's go with some jasmine, like just some jasmine vines, almost like coming down from the ceiling.
Lovely. You see a explosion of jasmine just puff out into the corners of the room and slowly drift down between the light shafts creaking from the lanterns outside, settle on the stone cobbles below.
Now we have some green in the green room.
It smells lovely in here.
Oh, that's much more pleasant. I think maybe I'll be able to focus on finding the pages a bit better. Without it being stinky. And I keep looking. I'm just rustling through shit.
I am remembering the conversation we heard upstairs that apparently these pages did like to frequent the green room. But considering how dusty it is, I'm not quite sure I believe it.
Oh, you think they were lying?
Well, it doesn't look like anyone's been in here for quite some time. Like you said, it smells, and it's a little bit dusty. It's a little bit dark. Do we see any
what a weird
footsteps?
lie. Sorry, Sal.
No, you're fine. I don't know if I think they're lying, but it just... do we even see any footprints in the dust? It's a very dusty room, so I'm assuming that we would see footprints if there was frequent traffic or someone moving.
Oh, yeah.
There's the
Also,
occasional
that lady-
footprint in the room, but it's, like I said, not super fresh. There are footprints, but some dust has settled over the top of them.
So that M lady was really weird. It was like she was there, but not there.
I also got a strange vibe. But then I just assumed she was really enthusiastic.
Are there any lanterns in this room? Like you said, it's a bit dark. There's one in the middle, but is there anything else that we could possibly, apart from what I have hiding in my bag, like something we could, like some candles we could light to give a bit more room?
Not in this room, but outside the green room door, there was a variety of unlit lanterns, if you would like to grab one.
I would like to grab one.
You go back, you grab one of those lanterns. It does have oil in it.
Okay, very nice. We're going to light said lantern to get a bit more light in this room and see if there's anything that was in the darker corners that we may have missed previously.
Give me an investigation check. I'll say with advantage because you've lit the room up.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, an actually okay roll.
I know, I'm surprised. Okay, so we've lit the room up.
In one of the corners, you see a small little rolled up piece of parchment that seems to be rocking back and forth slightly.
Oh. Okay. Are any of us aware, have a good knowledge of magic stuff?
I know a little bit, like slightly above average about magic-y things.
Well,
pretty
I
standard.
point out that there is this something rocking back and forth, and I'm a little hesitant to pick it up, but I openly ask, does anyone have any knowledge or know much about this, and would you like to come and have a look so I don't accidentally touch something and trigger something?
I can come have a look. Is anyone else magically?
Is that Arcana?
Yeah,
Is that
the
what that is?
arcane. Yeah.
I don't know. I've got a +4 bonus on it.
I've only got a
that's-
+2, so
Yeah.
4 is great.
Yeah. As far as mechanics go, like a 0 means you're average at it, and anything above that means you're better at it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, are you okay if I go instead then, or do we go together?
I
Please
nudge.
do. Nature's
I nudge Kara.
Okay. Well, I might have a little bit of a sus. I would approach quite slowly, because if that kind of rocking was manifested by a human, I feel like it would signify stress. So I'm just slowly approaching, being like, "Hey there, little guy," and just like taking a look to see what's going on with it.
And I'm just like so weirded out that we're all treating this piece of paper like it's a person. So I'm just kind of like looking at everyone like, what
I'm going to
is-
start making bird calls very softly in the background, because she did say that it was flying like birds, and I just feel like that would help it in a time of stress.
Can't make it worse. Sure.
And I just get more confused and
So,
concerned.
making bird calls, being confused, approaching the parchment. Salem, what were you doing?
I'm holding the lantern to make sure everyone can see
Holding
it
the
still.
lantern? Okay. You approach the parchment and whisper to it as if you would a dog, apparently.
Yeah, or a cat,
Or a cat.
or a little bird.
It doesn't respond to you verbally. It is a piece of parchment.
Yes.
Worth a shot. Worth a shot. Is there? Can I I want to kind of like suss it out. Is there any way that I can check if I know anything about semi-sentient paper or anything?
Yeah,
like
give me an Arcana check.
While she is doing that, am I able to just check to see if there's traps around?
You absolutely can. Give me an investigation check.
Ooh. And I'm a ranger. I should probably do the same thing.
You can't see it on stream chat, but that's the first nat 1 of the session.
We'll come to that in just a moment, Hannah. Looking around with the investigation checks, Salem, there is a really cool cobweb in the corner.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
With a 9, there is a cool cobweb in the corner. With a 16, Zella, you look around. This place doesn't seem booby-trapped at all. This place seems like it's just old and dusty.
Perfect.
It doesn't look like there's spikes coming out of the ceiling. It doesn't look like there's acid going to be thrown out of walls. It doesn't look like the floor is poison or anything. Although, you are interestedly curious about the fact that the petals that have so recently been summoned into the room seem to have wilted.
Oh.
Okay. So I point that out to everyone. I'm like, You just summoned these, right? Did you summon them wilted?
No. No, that's new.
And I
I'm
look
gonna
at my...
unwilt them with Druidcraft quickly.
Yeah, you unwilt them back to normal.
And I'm gonna
Maybe
look at
it's
my
all it takes.
hand. Is anything weird with my hand?
No, normal hand. Although there's a freckle you hadn't noticed before.
Oh, sick. Don't mention it, because I just think it's cool.
As you're all looking at these cobwebs and these flowers on the floor, you look over towards your friend investigating this piece of parchment, who is currently shaking and freaking out. Hannah, you are absolutely certain that this is a beholder in disguise, a dragon transformed into a piece of parchment. This small piece of parchment must be the most evil, cursed thing you have ever met in your entire life, and you are terrified of it.
Guys, something's really not right here. I don't know what's going on, but there's something really wrong.
Do I notice anything wrong about the piece of paper?
No, it's a piece of paper. It's rocking a little bit. It's a piece of paper.
Yeah, we just see it rocking.
I'm gonna shoot right to the opposite side of the room. Like, I'm getting as
For a
far away
for
from
a
it as
second, I
possible.
thought you were going to say, "I'm going to shoot the piece of paper."
I'm not the one with the gun.
I'm gonna grab my friend's gun.
I'm gonna steal Bianca's gun. Oh, you know what? I'm pretty freaked out.
I'll give it maybe it needs a nature touch more than a magic-y touch, and I'm gonna start approaching the piece of paper and I'm gonna rock, but like rock towards it. Kind of, you know.
You going to try to vibe with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a performance check.
Yeah. If anyone can't tell, I'm having lots of fun with this character today.
Yeah, it's great.
It's a 15.
You are vibing with this piece of parchment, you know, like you do a little wiggle, it does a little wiggle, you know, you wiggle back and forth, it wiggles back and forth. You feel like you've got a good rapport going with this piece of parchment.
I would like to interpretive dance being a piece of parchment and like opening myself up to see if it will do the same so I can read it.
Sure, you do a little interpretive dance. It remains where it is. It is a piece of parchment. I will say that again.
Has anyone, like, I was about to say, like, no one's tried to grab it yet, but I'm freaking
No,
out. So.
we're all too scared.
And see if it will just like come to me.
We got fucking 5 of these to get through.
I'm also remembering the fact that it was a piece of parchment that was tied together. It's not an open piece of parchment. It's
No,
rolled,
it is.
and
It
it's
is
been
rolled.
held together. So, is there a chance that one of us wants to risk unrolling it and see what it is?
I'm going to pick
Absolutely,
it
the
up and
fuck
try
not.
and roll it. We're friends now.
Okay, you pick it up. It has a small little ribbon around it. You peel the ribbon back, and the piece of parchment unfolds. And as it does, it shoots up into the air about a meter, just floating gently in front of you. It's ink. Its ink is a deep red that drips a little bit down the page. You can see that it's the entirety of one page of a script of this current play that you are looking for.
Are you going to say it's the entirety of the Shrek script?
It's the entirety of the B movie.
Oh, no! Oh, God, no. No wonder I'm so scared.
You see the top, it just says, "You like jazz?"
Get it away, Bernie!
I like reach up to get the piece of parchment that's open and I go, wow, that's such a pretty shade of red.
Yeah,
You're so artistic.
You grab the piece of parchment, and it immediately goes inert, stops moving, and now you just have a flaccid piece of parchment in your hand.
Oh. Well, goodbye to you too, I guess. I'm convinced at this point it's like a sprite or something that just like possessed this page. Or can I insight that? Do I have like any idea about like what that magical weird sentient effecty thing is?
It could be a variety of things. You're not exactly sure. It could be something taking control of it. It could just be an animated piece of paper. It could be 1,000 different reasons. But as you pick it up, the lantern in the middle of the room goes out. As a soft breeze kind of wafts through the green room.
I look at the lilies, the jasmine immediately.
They have wilted once more. As you
Something
all
is
stand
draining.
there looking at each other, you swear there's almost a voice that carries itself over the wind. As you hear whispered and mumbled into the room.
Subscribe to Zelda.
I was going to say, you like jazz.
Do you like jazz?
Sorry.
According to all standards of human aviation, a bee should not be able to fly. Its wings are too small and its body too large.
The way you reel that off so easily. Oh.
Phenomenal.
Okay, this isn't going to be as dramatic as it was, but here we go.
Sorry.
You hear a whisper through the room saying, binding the stars in silver thread.
Binding or finding?
Binding?
Finding stars in silver thread. Okay.
That was
Also,
that was weird.
quickly time out for 1 second. Let's just acknowledge the fact that in that bee movie, one dude got cucked by a bee, and his wife left him to fuck that bee, and everybody treated him like he was the one that was mad.
Yeah.
There's a lot to unpack there, honestly.
I tried to
There
batter
really
Barry
is.
B. Benson with a copy of Italian Vogue. That's evil if I've ever heard of it.
And he was the bad guy! A bee just took his wife!
Yeah, if a bee took my wife, I'd be pretty fucking sick.
You know what? Toxie Chalk has a very good
Reassessing
point.
your life.
Very good point. God forbid a woman wants to romance a bee. I get that.
God
That's a
forbid a
fact.
woman have hobbies.
Really in the same year as Women's Month, honestly.
Oh my god. Alright.
My thought went somewhere, but I am not saying where it went.
Moving on.
Okay, so we all heard that voice, right? That wasn't just me.
Thanks, Abe.
Thank you for that Johnny on the spot fun fact for us.
That's the funnest fact we've had all day.
I just also want to point out this is not the first time in PCU that the B movies come up. I had like an entire quiz section on the B movie.
Like
right?
if I had a penny for every time the Bee movie came up, I'd have two, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Well, I'm really sorry to disappoint all of you, but I've never watched it.
Okay,
Right after this.
cancel
right
the
after
game.
This, let's go.
Yep. So next
and
week,
I'll be quizzing.
Stars
I'll actually-
with silver thread.
I was
thank
gonna
you,
say,
V, for
I'd
trying to
love
get us back on track.
Oh,
You're so
whoops.
welcome.
Yep.
So we have the paper, so maybe we go show moving and ask where maybe we should go next. Like maybe we should go back upstairs and see what we should do next, unless there's somewhere else down here you guys want to have a look at.
The place down here is a labyrinth of different rooms. There are plenty of places for something to hide. It's not just one green room.
I just thought it was one room.
No,
okay.
there's plenty of places down here.
Should we be
Do we
seeing a
want-
map, by the way? I'm assuming not, but
No.
we have like no. Cool.
That is for as a production side. Too many maps would make things a little bit tricky.
Yeah, cool. I just want to do one quick more lap around the room, doing some like subtle little bird calls, and then move on if that does nothing.
Mhm.
And also
You make
looking
some
for pages
cool
as I do
bird
that.
calls. What birds do you interpret?
I do like a little tweet, 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 and a caw, and then a real like what other bird noises are there?
Seagull.
I do a I was gonna do a trinkets, but that's a very obscure reference for WoW enjoyers.
Shiny trinkets.
Shiny trinkets.
We're like a mine.
Yeah. A mine, and that's the extent of bird calls that I know. Yeah.
Wow, they're really good. Did you ever do like scouts or anything?
Oh, no. I'm just, I'm one with the world.
That's beautiful.
One, yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's really cool.
anyway.
It came across so sarcastic. It wasn't meant to.
Own it.
Let's let's have a look at some of the other rooms down here. Maybe this is where all the pages went, because if there was one rocking in a corner, then there might be
There's more.
some more. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's go have a look.
Let's have a look.
Do we just go the next room along?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
The next room along, you see, leading out of the green room and leading a few steps down the hallway, you see at the far side of the room, of the hallway, there is a cluttered prop room. No door to this prop room. A heavy wooden cabinet leans precariously beneath stacks of masks and feathered hats, gloves and gowns. It's a faintly scratched up room, less dusty than the green room you see before you. More used, more active than the green room
Okay.
would be.
Okay.
Is this a good part for us to take like a cheeky little 5-minute bio break and maybe run our ads? Is this a good stopping point?
That sounds like a good idea.
Let's do it. All right, chat. We'll be back in a few minuto.
Medication reminder,
Yes, you
eat,
tell.
drink, stretch, things, pickles.
Yeah. Pickles.
Pickles.
Cut to ad break, Abe. That's the perfect segue.
Stunning.
welcome. Oh, I should. Okay, hang on a second. Sorry, I need to put my camera on. You will stare into the death face of my VTube model. Hello. Yeah, great. I always forget that every time I come back from break. Hello, welcome. This has been organized flawlessly. Welcome back to your Dungeons and Dragons game for this lovely Sunday. Before we begin, I have a challenge for our players today. And if you succeed in this challenge, you'll get a point of inspiration. Ooh, crazy, amazing. So we're going to go one by one. The rest of the group will vote and say if they agree that they did this well or not. And we'll start with V, who inspired this. V, can you please do your best impression of a seagull?
Oh, I already forgot the noise that they make again.
Wait, we heard that?
What do? They do like a... No, they don't. That's not the noise I wanted to make. We'll
I'm
just
not
go
gonna give
with
it away.
that.
Okay, rest of the team, do we think that's an accurate impression of a seagull?
I think V did great.
So it's just like,
I don't even know what they sound like.
oh, you can't even say.
I need a thumbs up or a thumbs down from the entire party, and we will take a vote
That's
here.
a thumbs down. Just do it. Just do it. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, it's 2 thumbs down. You're not going to point of inspiration, unfortunately. Zell, I need you to give me my your best impression of a chicken.
Oh, come on.
No, this is important, Zell.
And Zell's noise gate's like, nah.
Oh no, really?
You meant to be like, yeah, like cluck cluck anyway. Where's
Sure,
Chopsy
I
Cork?
went. Hold on. Let me try again without the noise gate.
Okay.
Being a little bitch. Bark, 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 bark.
Okay, party members, thumbs up, thumbs down. Is that a good impression of a chicken?
No.
2 thumbs down and 1 thumbs up. No inspiration point for you. Also, thank you for the amazing fun fact check down the bottom there. Hannah, can you please do... I'm going to be really mean with this one. Can you please do your best impression of a penguin?
Wait. Wait. Oh, this is so bad. Okay. Oh.
Do penguins make noise?
I don't know, but there's this kid that I know who does penguin impressions, and that's what he does. So
Do you know what?
That's
I
his penguin
trust the
impression.
child.
I trust the kid.
trust the
Thumbs up,
child.
thumbs down, party. Was that a good impression of a penguin?
I really
trust
wish
the
you'd given
kid.
me the seagull. I'm not gonna lie.
3 points for the penguin. Have a point of inspiration, Hannah. Fantastic. I would have also accepted Newt Newt as a reference to Pingu.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. Next time.
Finally, Salem, can you please give me your best impression of a pelican?
This is so bad. I used to live in a town that was overrun with pelicans, and I actually don't remember how they sound. So, squawk, squawk!
Why you looked straight down the camera for that as
Yeah,
well?
that was terrifying.
Party members,
Oh
thumbs
my
up, thumbs
God.
down. Was that a good
Glug,
impression
glug,
of a
glug,
pelican?
glug, 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 glug.
Oh, you should have gone with the
my
second one. 'cause that I would have said yeah.
That I would have believed.
Unfortunately, no inspiration points for you there, Salem. We have our winner today, Hannah. Round of applause, everybody.
Hannah, do you want to actually say what a seagull sounds like? Because you actually know what a seagull sounds like.
Wait. Now I can't do it. It's like it's just had a chip. Like the way that like I just saw my face on camera as well. That was awful. Wait, did it come through the second time? No.
Nah.
What? Oh man. Okay.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Thank you.
If I had a hot
Yeah.
chip, I would supply you with hot chips.
Thank you. Only if it's got
Same.
chicken salt on it.
Oh, chicken salt, the best. Anyway, continuing back into our game, thank you for taking part in my bird sounds game, everybody. You all are still back in the underground section of our dark and dusty theatre. You have currently, if I just get back to my notes very quickly, you have currently entered a room labelled Props, Authorized Cast Only. A thick breath of dust, but not as much as in the green room. Aged wood, long-settled perfume is inside. The air is heavy and still, like a stage mid-breath. The room is cluttered, as I said before, but purposeful. Shelves are covered in painted skulls, rusted swords, cracked goblets, oversized keys, and a row of masks and robes and shoes and gloves hang like watching faces on hooks on the wall. Some of these masks you see smile at you, some don't. Some look a little too lifelike. Old costumes spill from trunks in the corner, faded colours, limp feathers. A battered chaise lounge leans awkwardly beneath a stack of fake scrolls and parchments, and, like I said before, a large cabinet sits in the corner. What would you all like to do?
I would just like to quickly, because I want to test a theory. I'm going to, as we go in the corner of the room, I'm going to put a little icicle.
Oh,
and I specifically want to see if either it melts, like it's just sitting there and like kind of having like the like effect of it impacted, or if it just kind of decreases like it's having the magic sucked out of it, if that makes sense.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm just going to do that just to test a theory.
I like
Just
that
quickly.
I was going to say,
You pop the little icicle in the corner?
Yeah.
I thought it sounded more like you were going to test if the room was hot or cold.
Well, that might also be the other.
Lots of different elements at play here.
How
We're
warm is the room?
scientists,
It's room temperature.
You don't say.
I'm not going to ask a follow-up question. That's good. Yep.
I'm going to walk directly up to you said it was a big cabinet or closet?
Yes, there is one large cabinet in the corner.
I'm going to walk up to that and I'm going to check and see if it is locked, trapped, like I want to potentially get into it, but I need to.
It is locked. There is a little doorknob on the front of it. I don't know why, but I'm picturing the large cabinet holding the baseball bat from Beauty and the Beast.
Okay, so
Yeah.
You
wanna-
jingle the handle. It is locked.
Stunning. I want to get into it, so I want to try and unlock it.
Okay, give me a thieves' tools check. That is a complicated one for somebody who hasn't played before.
Oh, shit. Okay, how do I do that?
I don't know if you have thieves' tools on you. You should.
I do.
Oh.
I do. Oh, I can use the tool. Do I click that?
Correct.
Roll formula, select ability. Is it
Yes, select Dex.
Dex? Proficiency
Yes.
is it just I've got half proficiency, or expertise.
You would probably, as a rogue, have expertise, I would say.
Alright, stunning.
It's proficiency with thieves' tools, not expertise.
Oh shit. Oh, let me redo it.
Which is ridiculous, and I argue about this all the time.
Let me do it again. Sorry.
You argue? Not at all.
That doesn't strike me as something that you would do.
Well, you rolled one higher with lower modifiers, so there you go. You fit your thieves' tools into the little lock just above this and fiddle around for a bit and hear a couple of clicks and some turns, and eventually the cabinet opens up.
And I just turn around and I look so chuffed with myself. I'm like, did you guys just see that? That was sick. And I turn back around and I'm like looking through what's in there.
Straight back in.
Sure.
Yeah.
With a soft click, the lock gives way and the cabinet door creaks open. A musty scent of incense and wax spills out into your nostrils, along with a subtle shimmer of stale glamour that briefly dances in the air before vanishing away. Inside, the shelves are lined with black velvet embroidered with tiny silver constellations. Once vibrant, they are now dulled with time. Carefully placed within are props meant only for nocturnal performances, the theatre's most dramatic and arcane illusions. Inside, there is a small gilded lantern with no flame, a half-porcelain mask with delicate cracks and gold inlay, a tattered script page, of which is currently rotating and rocking back and forth, a small wooden box that is dusty and old, and what seems to be a small gemstone of black obsidian shaped like a teardrop.
I grab the gemstone and suddenly put it in my pocket.
Immediately.
You can add obsidian gem to your inventory if you'd like.
Stunning. and I don't want to fuck with the mask because that gave me horns, and I turn and look at the group and I'm like, spinning. It's spinning. Did you say it was spinning?
Rocking back and forth like the previous one was.
So I point it out to the group that we've potentially found the other one, another piece of paper.
It's spinning.
Is it acting exactly the same way as the other one, or is the spinning?
Yeah, just rocking back and forth.
Right. Well, I'm still spooked from the first one. So if somebody else wants to try to pick that one up, that'd be great.
I'm gonna get the parchment that I already have in my hand. I'm gonna go up to this new piece of parchment and I'm gonna go, I have your friend here. Would you like to join us? And just like very gently reach out, almost like I'm asking for like consent. And if it doesn't fly away from my hand, I'm gonna grab it and try and open it.
It doesn't fly away from your hand.
I grab it and I open it.
You grab it, you open the scroll, take the ribbon off, and again, the rocking stops. It goes inert, and you have one more piece of paper covered in the script of the play that is currently being prepared for tonight's event.
I'm gonna walk over to Kara and I'm gonna give Kara gently give Kara the pages and go, they're okay, they're just excitable, I think.
Oh, okay, well, if you're sure.
Yeah.
I touch them hesitantly to prove that they won't do anything.
Yeah, it's just a piece of parchment, yeah.
Oh. Okay, maybe I'm just a silly little guy.
As you do this, as before, a soft, subtle breeze blows into the room, and a voice comes across the wind, whispering into your ears. Did you know you could save 15% or more on your car insurance by switching to Geico?
Fuck off!
B-movie again! Write that down.
Holy shit.
In reality,
Unreal.
In reality, it whispers to you, let whispered names awaken the dead.
Okay.
Oh, so that's the real one.
Is there any names on that piece of paper?
Any names?
Yeah.
Not particularly, no.
Okay.
There are names of the people who are performing, lines for actors to perform, but it doesn't particularly say anything. It just says actor A, actor B.
Yeah, okay.
Alrighty.
I'm curious.
You guys say them?
No, I'm thinking when is a good time because we can only use it once. But the thing that I have in my inventory that I could give to one of you, it shows invisible lines. It shows the invisible people and things, but I'm thinking if we're finding parchments, I want to wait till we get more.
Yeah.
And then try it. But that's a thought that I'm leaving for all of you is there's a possibility that will come really handy once we get some more parchment pieces.
Yep. Good plan.
Okay.
Right. Sorry, in that cabinet did you say that there was a little box?
Yes, there is a small little wooden box.
Cool. I would like to walk up and open it and see if there's anything inside it.
Yeah.
I'm looking over her shoulder because I'm annoyed that I didn't think to do that.
Yeah.
I'm annoyed. I got distracted by. Wait, you guys don't know that I took it because I was being subtle. Never mind. I'm looking.
Distracted by doing something that no one saw. Mm-hmm.
Did we see that?
I tried to do it so you didn't do it, but I don't know.
Okay,
so you didn't see it.
this is how we'll do this. Everybody tell me what your passive perception is. And Zell, give me a stealth check.
16.
No, sleight of hand check, sorry.
Sleight of hand. Oh, it's the same.
Hang on. Where's my passive?
It's a 22.
Ooh.
Yeah, wait, what's passive perception? Is that different from normal perception?
It's your senses.
It's the lowest you can
senses.
roll, essentially.
Under senses.
Yep.
So
you
over
have
to the
saving
left.
throws, then senses on the left-hand side.
Unless you are someone called Stormy, you're not going to beat a 22.
Oh, okay. Well, then we're fine. I don't have to worry about it.
V had a character who had like a 30 passive perception or something like that.
No, I
Holy-
didn't. It was 28 passive perception.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
The
it
fact
so
that you can just
sorry.
reel
was
that off
28.
is insane.
Essentially, every time I did something, V would be like, so you're going to tell me everything that just happened?
That's funny.
That's brilliant. I feel like you'd be a real asset or a real nightmare in that situation. Or both, honestly. Yep, that smile tells me
So
everything.
you open up this small wooden box. Inside, you find a few different things. Number one, you find a set of chalk, of white chalk that you write with. Secondly, yellowed with age, each printed in ornate calligraphy, you find two ancient little parchment, little pieces like cue cards almost. You find a silver key etched with a crescent moon on its end. And finally, you find an origami rose.
Okay. So the origami rose, I would like to pick up and take that over to Yule as like a thank you for the flower from earlier. Like a, here you go, I think you should hold on to this.
Oh, thank you. I love presents. This is so nice.
And I just look annoyed because I like stuff. And I'm annoyed that I didn't get the stuff.
I wonder what this
Nice.
key belongs to. I might take that. With the cue cards, sorry, is that in a language that I can read, or that like maybe I show it around to everyone? It's just like, does anybody know? Can anybody read this?
It's common, you can read it.
Oh, it's common. Cool.
Yeah.
Can you read what's on them?
One of them is a small etched drawing of a woman behind a moon, and underneath it is written "Sorrow enters, light fades." The other is the same woman, but currently knelt over, crying over a gravestone, and underneath it it says "No curtain call for what dwells beneath."
Strange. Maybe we'll hold on to this just in case it's important later. But does anybody recognize the woman? No.
Do we
any
recognize
of
the
us?
woman?
No, not necessarily. Just seems to be an etching of a generic person.
Okay.
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 Generic woman.
I can't remember what else was in the box. Origami, cue cards, key,
And writing chalk.
Writing chalk.
writing chalk. I'm taking the chalk. I'm not
In
saying
case
it's
you
going to be a
had
snack for
come
later,
naked.
but
It was mentioned in chat that it's basically an antacid, so.
oh,
That's true.
can't hurt.
Just in case.
I don't know the pickles. They be pickling.
So, did you pick up all of it? You've got the chalk, the
Mhm.
parchment, the key, and you gave the rose to Yule. Okay, stunning.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Cool. What was just all the other stuff that you mentioned was in the cabinet before, apart from the thing that was deftly taken out? So there was like some cups.
Yep, so inside the cabinet, one moment. Inside the cabinet was a gilded lantern with no flame, a mask, porcelain half mask, a tattered script page which you've picked up, a small wooden box, an obsidian teardrop, and the shells were lined with black velvet.
So, if someone puts the mask on, they could end up with horns like me.
I was just thinking that. I want to pinch the mask.
Okay, you grab the mask, and if you want to check your handouts,
My what? Sorry.
you want to check your handouts, I'm just going to show it to you now.
Ooh.
Cool. Okay. I'll read it out. It is the Mirrorvale mask. It is a wondrous item. It's uncommon. A porcelain mask woven with threads of moonlight and shadow, traditionally worn by tragic heroines in dramatic plays. Costume change. As an actor, the wearer can change their clothing into any elegant costume or outfit they can imagine. The illusion lasts for 1 hour or until dismissed, so disguised self once per short rest. And then dramatic timing once per long rest. Following all players having rolled initiative, you may choose to change your initiative roll to any number you wish, entering the scene at the perfect moment.
Fancy.
That is cool.
You're getting all the cool items. Very
I'm
cool.
risky.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay. That's actually really cool. I definitely tucked that away safely along with my first previous really cool item in a plush pocket in my bag. And it's there. We know about it. I tell all of you about it. I've shown it to you, but we put it away for safekeeping. Okay, cool. I don't think there was anything else of interest in there, was there?
Yule, did you want to double check that ice in the corner?
Yeah, I'm gonna look to the ice in the corner. I also want to see. I pull the red rose that I put in my hair earlier, and see what's happened to that as well. If that's wilted or changed color.
Yeah, so the rose in your hair would have wilted as well.
Okay.
So all of ours would have.
The ice has melted.
I mean, that's kind of what ice does.
Kind of what ice does.
Okay.
Right.
But it didn't.
Has
It
everyone
melted
else's
into a
roses
puddle on the
wilted?
floor?
Yes, all roses have wilted.
Okay, but the other origami one's made out of paper, I assume, right?
Yes, that's what origami means.
That's what I just thought I'd double check.
That was crazy.
No, you're being thorough. It's good.
That's a valid question. Sorry.
Can you tell that these two have played before?
Yeah.
Bee thing.
Okay. All right. So
If you
we
think
are
I'm Saki with V, you should see when I'm Saki with somebody called Val, who will ask me constantly which way the wind is blowing, at what degree in the air is the sky currently pointed. One time he asked me what the mineral composition of the dirt was.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Asking the real questions.
Yeah, valid.
I thought the wind thing was going to be bee related, not going to lie.
I think something's either sucking the magic or the life force out of the room, but considering we have flying pieces of parchment, I'm gonna take a guess that it's probably the life force. Because that's science.
Okay. So based on that, I look at everyone, like I really look at everyone, and I'm like trying to figure out if anything has changed visually with the group. From what I can see.
Outside of the roses.
Outside of the roses, like
flowers.
how we actually, like our face, our living beings.
Give me a perception check.
That's an 11.
You look around the room at each of your companions' faces. They look same as they did when they came in here. Maybe a little bit paler for being stuck in a dank room for a little while, you know. Maybe a little bit cold. You yourself check yourself over, knowing yourself better than anybody else. And you find one grey hair.
Do I see B checking this?
Yeah.
I go up to B, I pluck the grey hair, and I go, see, it's taking the life out of stuff.
You could have, like, given me some warning.
Sorry.
Yeah, that grey hair definitely wasn't there before.
I agree. You have
Does anyone
beautiful
else
hair.
have any changes?
Yeah, we all, I guess, are we all looking at ourselves at the moment?
I think so.
Are we all checking ourselves out now?
I am. Do you want a perception check from me?
I think that's fine. There isn't any noticeable differences in any of you. If what I'm thinking you're asking, no, you guys haven't aged like the guy at the end of
Okay, yeah.
Indiana Jones.
So the grey hair was just standard.
Damn! No! That's red as hell, Connie.
You can be like a silver fox.
I'm wondering if we all feel safe with the parchment and we should, like, maybe just quickly split up and see if we can find any other pages in the room.
Don't split the party.
A 50-50 split might be safe. As long as
Okay, 50-50 split.
as long as no one's alone.
Mm.
I think that's okay. What do you think about that?
Well, who are we teaming up with? Who am I looking after today?
Who do you want to look after?
All of you.
Looks like you're staying together then.
Yeah, it looks like we're staying together. I just thought, we want to get things done before the play starts, and
That's true.
3 more pages.
we still need to find 3 more pages.
Very true.
Yeah.
How many
So is there,
more
like-
rooms do we have down here?
Yeah.
I just venture out into the
yeah,
runway and have a
looking
look?
out into
Yeah.
the hallway. Let me just grab this up real quick. Looking out into the hallway, there seems to be one more area. You can see a lantern hanging over the entrance to a doorway that says the lighting booth on it.
We have 1 room left and we're still looking for 3. Have we explored through this whole room?
I was being sarcastic when I said there's 5 to go.
We all believed you. Okay. Stunning. So, do we want to go into the lighting room? What do we think?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's have a look in the lighting room. I will as we go into the lighting room, I am bringing an extra lantern to bring more light in because I've noticed, assuming the last couple of rooms were not fully lit. So just based on experience, I'm just taking along an extra lantern just because.
Yeah, smart.
Just wait.
Just in case.
2 hands of lanterns.
Okay, you guys head on into the lighting booth. The lighting booth is accessible through this small little narrow hallway that you guys decide to walk down. The air in here is stale and quiet, thick with dust, forgotten spotlights, and the odd metallic cling that seems to echo out in the darkness. The booth itself is relatively cramped, a small room, cluttered with copper levels, iron dials, and parchment-thin lighting charts that are pinned haphazardly to the walls. Strange symbols, some theatrical, others unfamiliar to you, are scrolled in margins like a script that rewrote itself. Most of the mechanisms are analog, but a few glow faintly when you walk past them, as though remembering their last order. A single mirror-faced spotlight, cracked but functional, sits on a rusted gimbal. It casts a sort of intricate weaved shadow onto the wall behind it when you lift your lantern to it, almost as if it's made out of some sort of weaved material. Next to this, what's the word I'm looking for? Spotlight. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. A small table with a journal lies open, sat on it, filled with frantic cues and odd stage directions. On a hook behind the door hangs an old headset, frayed and silent, and beneath the main console is a locked metal box etched with the sigil of a crescent moon.
Ah.
Oh, is that what the key
I'm-
is?
The key.
I'm going to test it. I would like to test that key that I got from the box.
Okay.
Before she does that, can I check for traps?
Lock.
Just so she doesn't blow
You can
herself up.
absolutely check the traps.
Sorry, I don't want her to blow herself up.
Thank you.
What was that again?
Investigation,
thank
I
you.
say.
That's a 6. She's fine.
Oh, there's traps in here. Yeah, for sure. You see one of the pulleys, and you're pretty sure if you pull that rope, the whole place is going to collapse.
Okay.
But you keep that in your mind.
I will do one. Let's just the little ranger in me needs to. Oh my god, seriously. Cool.
Mhm.
It's better than a 6.
Yeah, there's no traps in this room. It's very safe. You looked visibly pained when I said that.
Can I go read what's in the journal, please?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Like I said before, it's full of descriptions of cues and instructions for how to actually make the entire thing, the stage, work, like how certain pulleys are pulled and how spotlights should be directed. Basic little frantic cues like hold the beam steady when the mirror opens, only light when she's not looking, don't illuminate the back row, it gives away the sense of mystery.
Okay.
Can we see the stage from the light room? Is that...
You look up at the roof, and you can see there is a variety of pipes and glass mirrors that lead off into the top of the ceiling, and then disappear down long little carved out burrows. So you can imagine that there's some sort of intricate setup that lights the thing above you.
Right.
Okay.
I nudge Kara towards the box because I want to see what's in it. Like,
Okay, I pull out the key, and I want to see if it works.
Okay. The box opens with a heavy click, as if it hasn't been touched for years, or as if something inside doesn't want to be found. Inside, laid neatly on a bed of black velvet, are several carefully arranged items. Each has the aura of being forgotten, but at some point important. You find a stubby black candle. You find a music box labeled Finale. You find a small little flute made of bone-white bone.
sorry.
I don't know what I was expecting. Yep.
And
Is it a flute or a pan flute? Very important question.
it can be a pan flute if you would like it to be a pan flute.
I am, because I'm proficient with them. I
That's funny.
Stunning.
And finally, a little small piece of parchment that is rocking back and forth.
It is so weird how these pieces of parchment, they like seem scared. Anyway.
I actually think I might I just take a step back and kind of gesture towards the parchment to Yule, like looking at Yule, just because so far she's picked up all of them.
Oh, true.
And I'm just thinking, she's collecting them anyway. And I also can see her eyeing off the pan flute. So I'm thinking that maybe...
I come walk behind Kara and I'm like, no, it's okay. And I like gently put my hand on your shoulder and I like take your hand and I go, we just be friends with it. And then I go, and then we have like, because you'll have the other ones in your other hand still, I assume. And we just reach out gently and grab the new piece of parchment.
I guess it's not so scary.
Reach out and grab the new piece of parchment, and it burns in your hand, and you scream with the fires of Devner.
Betrayal!
It's a piece of parchment. You pick it up, it goes in there. So now you have a little piece of parchment in your hand.
Oh my god! Stunning! Add it to the pile.
And then I absolutely pocket that pan flute.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You pocketed the pan flute. Here you go.
Do you give it a little blow on the way through, or wait, that doesn't sound right. Anyway.
Okay. I am waiting to hear the wind speak to us again, considering
about
the fact-
insurance.
about insurance. Yeah, I'm waiting to see. I'm actively ready.
Yeah. Does anybody want to read the handout I just gave?
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I'll do it. I'm okay with that.
Ooh, the Leeds Forgotten Flute. A flute made of lacquered bone with one side cracked and weeping a faint shimmer of magical residue. Effect, when played once per long rest, the wearer may cast dissonant whispers or command.
Ooh.
Stunning!
Dissonant whispers, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Who are dissonanting they whispers right now?
Yeah.
Good question.
Cool. Thank
right.
you.
Just before we listen for if the wind is going to communicate something, I did just want to double check what was left in the box. The black candle.
A black candle and a music box labeled Finale.
I would like to pick both of those up, please.
Yeah, absolutely. You pick up the candle. It is just a black candle. Seems to have been probably burnt about halfway down. but the wick is still intact. And the music box, it's a black with some red etchings around the sides of it. It seems relatively old, but also very clean and well maintained.
Okay.
Is there like a crank on it? Or is
There
it one of
is
those ones
there
where you
is
open it up?
There is a small crank on it, yes.
I would like to turn the crank.
Okay, you turn the crank. If you would like to read your hand.
Oh, I see the thing. Yep. A music box. Nailed it. Labeled finale. When wound, it plays a soft, haunting melody that matches the opening overture of the Velvet Mask's last ever performance. Effect. While playing, creatures within 60 feet have disadvantage on stealth checks, but advantage on performance and charisma checks. So have I activated it by winding it just now?
Yes, you have.
Oh shit.
Great. Sorry, guys.
Amazing. Okay.
Also, all of us currently have disadvantage on stealth, but
Correct.
advantage on performance and charisma. Got you.
Correct.
Okay.
Great.
Well,
Whoops.
okay. Damn.
Do we have any? So that's all the rooms we searched, right? Do we wanna maybe go up to Movin and see if this is all the pages that we're missing?
I'm happy to follow your lead.
Yeah. Can I just go back? Did it speak to us like the other two did, or did
Oh,
this one
sorry,
specifically not-
apologies.
No.
Has the wind
No,
That's
fallen?
okay.
Yes, the wind has poured in. And I'm not going to shitpost this one, I promise. You hear as the wind flickers in, you hear that last whisper, seemingly now repeating the entire stanza of what it has been repeating. Bind the stars in silver threads, let whispered names awake the dead. Only love's pure voice may quell the muse's song who weaves the spell.
The muse's song who weaves the spell.
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Me and my little handwriting. Being like,
I mean, like copy pasting into the chat that we had previously. Perfect.
I don't know. I'm saying this to the group. I don't know if you guys have really, been listening to the wind the whole time, but it sounds like maybe I think there's more to this than meets the eye. Like, I'm a little bit concerned about, and I whisper this, necromancy.
I mean, there's not any stuff. There was a mention of below before, wasn't there? Which makes me think big bad scary,
Underground.
maybe eldritchy things. But that could also just be words.
And you know what? Everything could just be words, so that's a good point.
Yeah, you're right. That's deep.
Yeah, that is deep.
So I have a thought. Now that we have, maybe we could ask moving first and make sure we've got all of the parchments. But once we have the parchments, we use the lantern of the final act.
Once we confirm,
And-
yeah.
And double check that we're not missing anything on those parchments.
Oh, I like that
We
idea.
haven't even read the pages, really, have we?
No.
No, we don't even know what the order of them would be.
I would just know they were dripping red.
Which I think
it's
is
a very pretty ink.
totally normal.
Totally normal in my knowledge. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's go check with Movin. Let's go check.
So we all
Sounds good.
Off we
now?
trot.
All right, you all head back up the small ladder that you had entered down into the backstage area, heading back into the theater itself. You see that the place has started to busy up a bit. There are now quite a few people standing around and getting ready for the performance to start. So just quickly. Yes.
Ooh.
Oop, don't do that.
Is Devira still reading his book?
Yes.
Oh god, that's a lot of people.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Wait,
So
I
many
had
people in here.
such an intrusive thought. Devira, Defara, Dova, wherever you are.
Come out, wherever you are.
Just quickly, I'm stuck. I can't move my character beyond the place that they're currently in, underneath / on that square.
Where are you?
I am underneath. Moving too early.
Oh, right, yeah, there you go.
Thank you. I was wondering.
I am
Alright.
stuck.
I am stuck.
Send
Thank you
help.
so much.
You're welcome.
I'll move out of the way.
Who wants to? Moving kind of intimidates me. Who wants to go and give them the pages?
I'll give them the
You'll
pages.
have the pages, yeah.
Hello, Miss Movin' Turley. Did you think your last name sounds like too early? That's really funny.
Yes.
Did you choose it yourself? Is that like a stage name?
No, it's a family name.
Wow, you're so lucky. We found these though. You might. I don't know if this is all the pages that you needed.
Yeah, so thank you. I will take these from you, and I will also pass on your compliments of my last name to the family, to my brother Kumin and my mother Luvin.
You stop it.
I just love that even your VTuber has such a smug smile right now.
Oh my god.
Oh, there's something up with my VT. Whenever I smile, I look fucking sinister. Look at this.
I mean, it works.
Sinister.
Oh my god.
Also, just wondering really, really quickly, like, small little thing that kind of came up when we were searching for things. Is there anything that is, like, sucking the life out of things here also, and or necromancy also, and or, like, eldritch things?
I'm sure I have no idea what you mean, my darling. Isn't the entirety of the world having its energy sucked out in one way or another? The local butchers are being, their life energy being sucked out by the prices of their meat. Oh, the school teacher who has to go every single day to teach the youngins are having their life being drained in one way or another, my dear. We all are
Damn,
drained.
she's spitting facts.
That
Yeah, I'm
sounds
kinda
a
on her
lot
side.
like Max's theory. But I would also like to insight check the heck out of this woman real quick.
Max theory. I am. Make a insight check.
That's a 16.
I am familiar. You know, there is going to be a no monarchs protest tomorrow. No justice, no peace. Anyway, back on. Moving on. 16? Yeah, she's fucking weird, dude. She's a creepy, weird little guy. She seems... Look, I've lost all my poetic justice out the fucking window.
No, I love it.
We're moving on. Yeah,
fucking weird.
super creepy deepy. She's, like, definitely, like... If she's not dedicated to some sort of weird cult... She's definitely been smoking the Jar Jar juice, if you know what I mean. There's something weird with
Pickle
that.
juice.
Jar Jar
Also,
Binks' blood.
just also one more thing. Do the words bind the stars in silver thread, let whispered names awake the dead? Only love's pure voice make well the muse's song that weaves the spell.
I see you've read ahead in my script. It should be a fascinating ending to the day's performance.
Oh, good. Also, by the way, I accidentally stole your mail because I really wanted a snack. So here's your letter back. And I hand her the letter from the start
She
of
takes it and looks at it. And then looks up at you. Thank you. That's so kind of you to stop it before it reached its intended destination.
Where
You're
was
welcome.
its intended destination?
She points at where it
to-
says... Sorry, go.
to her lover lady who's an understudy.
Hey, yo.
Oh, did we know the name?
Laura?
Oh, my
It's
bad.
not Laura. Leora?
Leora.
Leona?
Yeah. Leora.
Miley. Wait. I'm so
Okay.
sorry.
Does she seem charmed? I'm from the Feywild. I would know charms. Does she seem like she's charmed?
Mm.
Hey, give me an Arcana check.
Oh, that's a 5. I don't know. She's fine.
Your ability to determine the status of somebody's charmedness or not is not proficient enough to determine whether this person is or isn't.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go take a seat.
Guys, we should have, like, put our coats on chairs. There's so many people in here now.
Oh my god, yeah, we're not going to get a good seat now at all.
These seats all
But
suck.
if we go
Oh,
into the
I
back
can see a
row,
corner
we
where
can
we
chew
get a
our-
great seat. I can see a corner where we get a great seat. I'm just going to go sit comfortable over here, yeah? No?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna hear us chewing there, but sure, that sounds great.
Oh, yeah. That's okay. We can munch. We can munch.
Some people like ASMR.
Okay.
All right. Well,
You all sitting comfortably.
Yes.
Lovely. As you sit down, you get yourselves settled into a nice, comfortable seat by the front row of the theatre. The performance is about to begin now that your efforts to bring back the missing script pieces have been achieved. You see, Moving Too Early has gone up and has been handing out the pieces of paper to the various performers before taking her seat. Interestingly enough, over here.
okay.
As you all settle in, the crowd begins to settle their murmurs down, settle their eyes onto the front of the stage. That little orchestral sounds when, like a theatre play's about to begin. That happens. And you are treated to about an hour's worth of a lovely, intricate play. Mainly about a woman who makes a deal with a mysterious entity out in the forest in exchange for saving her lover's life from drowning in a local lake, trying to bring her back from the dead. The play is intricate. The play is haunting. But most importantly, the play itself seems to make you feel odd. As if every other word that is being displayed through the actor's performance, seems to cut into just a little bit deeper. A word here and there makes you feel sorrow. An action motion here makes you feel joy. But overall, a slight headache and a feeling of nausea begins to wash over you, as if each and every stanza has some sort of power behind it. Is there anything that you guys would like to do while this play is being performed?
I would like to draw attention to the fact that I have advantage to avoid or end the charmed condition, and that's about it.
Has everyone still got the list up of all of our little bits and pieces?
What do you mean? All the stuff that
So
we
we've
picked
got the
up?
music box, the lead, forgotten flute, the Mirabelle mask, and the final act.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm looking at them and seeing whether I should be using something. I'm just looking.
I am looking around and looking at the reactions of the rest of the audience. If there's anyone that stands out as doing, like, either reacting in a specific way, or does anyone stand out specifically?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Please don't be shit. 16.
16.
Nice.
There is nobody's particularly standing out to you. You see that most of the people in here are either staring intently towards the performers on stage, or some of them seem to be nodding off, their eyes kind of glazing back, as if they're feeling a bit ill or they're feeling a bit relaxed. The only person that is fully attentive right now and staring at the stage with a almost crazed look in their eye is Moving Turley, who is currently muttering something under her breath.
Okay. Based on that, I am going to try and sneak over without her noticing me. I'm going to try and sneak over and try to hear what she is muttering without her noticing.
Give me a stealth check.
As I would also say, as I see, like, my party member move up from her chair, I'd also like to cast, and I've done this after you've rolled, but anyway, but pass without trace if you'll still let me, because I did start talking before.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Add 10, I believe, to that stealth then.
Yeah, you add 10.
So that's 20. That's 24. Yeah. So you very deftly and easily sneak through the theater and through the pews over towards where Moving is to try to listen into what she's saying. I'll come to you in just one moment. Is anybody else doing anything at this moment?
I'm gonna eat a pickle.
Okay.
It's
pretty pickly.
No, I'm just watching, very, very cautiously watching Zell.
I know that we've checked to see if anyone's behaving in a particular way in the audience. Is there anything different about the performers?
Oh, good question.
Yes.
Themselves?
The performers themselves seem to be normal as themselves, as far as a performer goes. You know, they can alter your perception of what they may come across as. They seem to be very eloquently and expertly reciting this play in a way that is keeping the audience enraptured to their actions. They themselves seem to be fine.
Okay.
Can I see? I swear I'm not metagaming right now. But, like, because this dude was here at the start and was reading his book. What's he doing? Like, is he, like, one of the producers of the play, or, like, what?
This man in the corner currently, wearing very regal purple robes with a small green amulet around his neck, short buzzed brown hair and a beginning to age beard, is currently sat there reading from his book, seemingly taking no attention to what's happening with the play.
Why, dude?
I'm
so
gonna
rude.
get up out of my chair and start making my way over there.
Just like on the warpath, like directly?
Just
like...
to go sit next to him. And I go, sit next to him and I go, hello. And I just turn back to the stage.
He responds to you, hello. I do hope you're enjoying the performance.
Yeah. Not as much as you're enjoying your book, though. It must be a very good book. Or have you seen this before?
I've seen this before.
Oh.
He seems to just go
haven't
straight
had
back
the
to his book. He looks back up at you, and with a small sort of this person's still talking to me look on his face. Some days it does. I have a feeling today it might be a bit mixed.
Is this also imp prov?
You're a strange individual, aren't you?
No, I'm Yule. Hi.
Hello.
I just go back to watching the play.
I would scurry back to the stage if I were you. Your companions may need some healing momentarily. As he says that, we move over to Zell. Currently, you have gone over to Movin, and you hear that under her breath, she is currently muttering incantations in a language that you do not understand. As the muttering begins to develop into a crescendo, you do begin to understand the language as it morphs into common. As she starts chanting, "To bind the stars in the silver thread, let whispered names awake the dead. Only Pure's voice may quell the muse's song that weaves the spell." As she says so, the stage itself erupts into a cacophony of lights and flames as the chandelier from the roof detaches from its anchor point and crashes down into the center of the stage, sending the performers flying off to each side. As everybody in the room looks slightly stunned, you see that half of the patrons of this theater have now fallen asleep in their chairs. I need everybody to roll me a wisdom saving throw, please, except for V, who is currently, no offense, seemingly doing stupid stuff and not paying attention to the stage.
Okay, I'm sorry, me again. How do I do a wisdom saving throw? Do I literally just click on...
Oh, I just did a wisdom check, sorry. Not a
There should be saving throws next to your skills.
Far left side, up this one.
Yes, left side.
Oh, yep, my bad.
Oh, yep,
Let
cool.
me do that.
Okay, hang
Okay,
on.
well, I got the same thing. Okay, I just rolled a double nat 20, by the way. Just
Nice! Round of applause, everybody. Round of applause. Double nat 20.
wanted to talk about
Wait,
that.
I'm so confused. So wisdom?
Yeah,
Wisdom
wisdom saving
saving
throw.
And then anything else I need to click?
No, just click on wisdom save.
You need to roll it, so yeah.
Okay.
However, I'm just going to... okay, cool. Yes, cool. Sweet. I just
Nobody rolled below a 10. So, all of you managed to hold on to the fringes of your own consciousness and stay awake as this chandelier comes crashing down. As you look to your right, Zell, you notice that Movin's eyes are now glowing. She's holding her hand out towards the chandelier and lifting her hand almost as if to raise something upwards. You see the chandelier's candles hanging on each of the prongs starts to shake, and the flames begin to burst upwards into a larger cacophony of fire. As the very large chandelier becomes animated, as you all stare at this animated chandelier, flames begin to spit out from the candles, shooting off into different directions, impacting into separate members of the audience, bursting them into flames and setting them alight. Shit seems to have just gone off the rails, and perhaps there needs to be a band of adventurers that may put down this dreaded threat. I need all of you to roll initiative for me.
Okay.
As that happens, I just turn to the person next to me and I go, "Oh, you're a fortune teller," and then I run off back to help.
Got a
Always-
nut 20
there's
and a
always a
nut
nat
1.
Always a nat
In this-
20 on initiative.
Oh, I think I accidentally rolled twice. My bad.
I'm just impressed that this is completely the opposite to my nat 1 earlier.
Lovely stuff.
I love the music.
Yeah, the
I've got
music just
no-
got so
I've got-
intense.
I've got no idea if this is showing up on the stream, but I hope it is.
The
It
music.
took me a second to realize what I was hearing. I was like, oh, hell yeah!
Turn order up. Okay. Quickly. For the purposes of initiative, I'm just going to get everyone to read out their initiatives, please. Preferably in the highest to the lowest for me.
Was that me then?
Mm-hmm.
I got a 20.
I accidentally rolled twice. My first roll was a 17.
Sorry, who was 20? Who was 17?
HG was 20.
And Zell, by Anchor, is a 17.
Let me be over there for a sec. There you are.
And
I was gonna say Salem's actually after Hannah. Salem's is a 21.
Oh,
With a dirty
shit, sorry.
21.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine.
Sorry, my double roll has confused the fuck out of me in the list. I'm so sorry.
That is okay. Then it was Zell with a 18. What did you say?
17.
17.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And then V with an 11.
You with 11.
We
Thank
were
you,
done
my
11.
friends.
We
You
not
with,
have to say a V.
11. Let me just roll my initiative for the big chandelier in the middle of the room.
Dobby.
Cool.
That is a 14. Lovely.
okay.
I did think the chandelier was going to turn all like tentacular, if I'm honest.
Well, you know, very well. At the
There's still
beginning
time.
of the round, Soria, aka Salem, it is your turn, my friends.
Okay. Ooh. I'm just looking at our items. Does anyone want to claim any of the items to use?
Nah.
No, we've already used the music box.
You haven't used the lantern yet, have you?
No. It reveals invisible creatures and hidden writing, which we didn't end up looking at with the scrolls. Don't forget we have the Miravail mask.
You have a few things.
Let me read up
We
on
do.
that
We have the
again.
Miravail mask, and I'm looking at the dramatic timing. Once per long rest following all players having rolled initiative, you may choose to change your initiative roll to any number you wish, entering the scene at the perfect moment.
So you have that mask.
I have that, but I can hand it to use. I can hand it to someone else, and they can use it if they would like to.
I'm fine.
You're fine.
I'm good. I'm also like 40 feet away from you or something.
Yeah.
50 feet.
Yeah.
All four of us are going for, like, the other two rolled really low in comparison. Oh, no, wait, sorry, V's after the chandelier. Never mind.
Okay.
I'm also ages away.
Yeah, okay.
35 feet.
Oh yeah, I forgot that I could do that.
What is Dissonant Whispers, please?
So,
It's a spell.
I will
What is
get
it?
the actual spell up so I'm giving you correct information. So, Dissonant Whispers is a first level enchantment spell with a casting time of 1 action and a range of 60 feet. You whisper a discordant melody that only one creature of your choice within range can hear, racking it with terrible pain. Target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from the person who cast the spell. The creature does not move into obviously dangerous ground, such as fire or a pit. On a successful save, the target takes half damage and doesn't have to move away.
Okay, interesting.
And for reference, if you look in the chat, we've put a link to D&D Beyond Dissonant Whispers.
Stunning.
Okay. Thank you.
Cool.
What am I going to do first? Oh, I have a problem. I'm extremely close to that thing, so if I attack, it will attack me straight away.
If you
As
run
a-
away, it will attack you straight away.
Yeah.
If I run
Oh,
away.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're close. So, because I am close, I'm going to be that person, and we're going to use Dissonant and see what happens. So, let me see what I need to click to do that. What's the action? Blah, blah, blah. Instantaneous attack. So, physical effect. I'm just trying to figure out what I need to. How do I make it happen?
How do you use Dissonant Whispers?
To
Say
like
you're
to
casting
roll.
you just say you're casting Dissonant Whispers.
Yeah, we're gonna cast it.
Okay.
because I'm usually a range thing. I attack from range, so we're gonna cast it on the chandelier.
Cool. It needs a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
I believe a wisdom saving throw. Wisdom saving throw. No, from me, not from me. Okay.
Ah. Okay.
It has -4 to wisdom. That is going to be a 12. What is your spell save DC? If you know it.
My what? Sorry.
It's your spell save DC, so it should be. I will just open your page and I'll find it for you.
Thank you.
A spell save DC is TLDR, what the other person, when they roll, has to beat. I don't use D&D Beyond. Do you know where spell saves are on D&D Beyond V?
It'll just be what.
Oh,
your
12.
spell save is.
12. So if you go to your actions page, go across to spells. It'll be in there. So modify a spell attack save DC.
12. Mine's 12.
12. Unfortunately, meets it, beats it. So it does succeed and will take half damage. So I will get you to roll for me. Was it 1d6, 2d6? Hold on, let me go back. 3d6, please.
You have to walk me through this.
That's okay.
So just go. If you just go into the chat /roll 3d6.
Thank you. Oh, that is disgusting.
So 5 halved is, we round down, so 2. Takes 2 psychic damage.
That was very disappointing.
So is it looking hurt? How hurt does it look now?
Oh, it looks so hurt. Oh my gosh.
Hell yeah,
Crazy.
Looking real hurt.
Real hurt. Oh, those rolls were rough.
That is disgusting. Alright, cool. I stay. Actually, no, yeah, I stay because I don't want the attack as I leave. So yeah, that's me. That's I've done my attack. That's it.
Yeah, lovely. Hannah, you're up. Your turn.
Cool. I'm thinking I would like to cast Chromatic Orb with. I'm just trying to think of if acid would burn through a sentient chandelier. Like, you know, do you ever just like look at something and just think, is it like Pokemon rules? Is there like, what's the opposite of like, would it be a metal chandelier? Like...
There is very much Pokemon rules. Do not get me wrong. And just to give you a example of Pokemon rules, this thing is immune to psychic damage, so it didn't actually take that 2 points.
Okay. Cool.
Rude.
Right, okay. Well, I'm just going to run with the assumption that acid can at least burn through some part of the components of it. But the thing is, no matter what I do, if I try to move it all away from it, it'll have a... That's frustrating. Okay, well, I'll at least try to do damage while I'm here then. Alright, so... If I... In D&D Beyond, do I have to select which element it is, or do I just roll?
For Chromatic Orb, I believe you just roll.
Cool.
But if it
does...
does...
I can select it to something.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you do, it will ask you.
Yeah, okay. Rolling that bad boy.
Oh, hell.
Jeez Louise, 23 acid damage?
Okay, so Hannah's insane.
Oh my god, I'm the god of the game.
So that's
Stills.
so that's crazy.
Let's go.
And it's dead.
And then I dab. I'm so sorry.
You blast the chandelier with an absolute crazy amount of acid damage, and you see that half of it just seems to like melt off and fall to the floor. It is really hurt almost immediately.
Stunning.
Nice.
All right. I'm not gonna. I can't move away from it, so I'm gonna stay where I am.
End of your turn?
Yep. End of my turn, and I will be right back.
Sorry, I also want to draw a quick caveat to Chromatic Orb, just very quickly, which is if you roll the same number on 2 or more of the d8s, which has occurred, the orb leaps to a different target of your choice within 30 feet of the target. We don't have a second target, but I'm just putting it out there.
There's other people that are.
Well, there is moving, yeah.
There is.
Do I have the range for that? What's the range on it?
Within 30 feet.
90 feet. Oh, sorry,
That's
30 feet. Sorry.
That's 30 feet.
So
Okay, wait,
moving's
so
exactly
did you say?
30.
Wait, so it'd still be the one shot though?
Oh, wait, hang on. The orb can't leap unless you cast a spell with a level 2 plus spell slot.
Ah,
Never
there we
mind.
go.
Don't worry.
No,
There we
okay.
go.
Okay. So I
Sorry.
end my turn again. All right, I will go back.
Zell, it is your turn.
Studying. I am going to use the power of a yawn. I'm going to use steady aim to give myself advantage. Because I can use it if I haven't moved, and after I use it, my speed is 0, and I don't want to move, so that's fine.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use that to give myself advantage on a scimitar attack against moving.
Yeah, totally.
Go
Go ahead and roll that attack for me. 22, definitely hits.
And then it is 6 slashing damage. It's not a
Not the
sneak
attack,
attack,
no, I don't
is
believe
it?
so.
Yeah. Right.
You, if you'd like to describe your attacks, you're more than welcome to.
So as all of this is, as the shit is hitting the chandelier, I jump up because I was hidden, or like sneaking, I guess, not really hidden. I was sneaking, and so I jump up and I just like pull my sword out and I just like take a slash at Moven's arm, like so aggressively, because my first thought is, if she's in control of this chandelier, maybe I can like break her concentration, or like hurting her might reduce whatever is going on with the chandelier.
Yeah, totally. You come down with your scimitar and do 6 slashing damage. She is going to make a concentration saving throw. She will succeed with a 19.
Damn it. Okay.
But you do slash down her left arm and blood spurts out as she kind of grimaces and moves away from you.
And yeah, that's my turn because I used I don't have any movement, and I don't think I have a bonus action that I want to use.
Yeah, lovely.
Oh no, steady aim was my bonus action. Never mind. Yep.
Yes.
That's it.
V, yeah.
Okay, isn't the chandelier next?
Oh,
14?
sorry, correct. I need
Yeah.
to move that above. Sorry, thank you.
That was so in.
Okay.
It
It is the chandelier's turn. The chandelier is going to reach out and smack the person nearest to them, which is going to be, right here. Going to hit you here, Hannah. Is going to hit you with a slam attack. One of their prongs with the candle comes down and smacks you, or attempts to smack you across the face. That is going to be a 14, 15, 16 points to hit. 16 to hit. What is your AC?
What? Where am I checking for this? AC
Your
12.
armor class. 12. Okay, so that does hit.
Okay.
So that is going to be 1d6 plus 2 bludgeoning damage. Sorry, 2d6 plus 2 bludgeoning damage. That's going to be 8 points of bludgeoning damage to you, Hannah.
Cool. 8. Oh.
That is going to be the end of the chandelier's turn. V, you're up.
Okie dokie. I am going to do my movement down to moving Turley. I'm going to cast Shillelagh with my bonus action.
Big ol' shillelagh. Proud of you for remembering.
And I'm I'm gonna.
Let me tell you, my nature cleric Shadowheart always forgot to do that this playthrough. Keep forgetting to Shillelagh.
We
Shalele.
love shot.
We love
let's-
shot.
Let's smack her in the head.
Smack her in the head.
So that is a 17 and 9 bludgeoning, because I'm two-handed with
17 should hit. Let me just check. Yes, it will. Unfortunately, though, as that happens, a shimmering barrier seems to appear around this spellcaster, and your shillelagh bounces off her shield.
Rude.
Yeah.
I don't think they're supposed to bounce like that.
I don't think they're supposed to bounce like that either. Just also quickly for next term, out of curiosity, with Thunder Wave, if we say emanating from me in a cube, does that mean I'm at the center of the cube? Or
You
the
are
front
at
of
the
cube?
center of the cube.
Cool, easy. That's my turn.
B, you're the center of my cube.
Also, by the way, I'm within 5 feet, so you now get sneak attack. You're so welcome.
Hell yeah, let's
Not that
go.
that's gonna matter because there's an invisible barrier.
True.
It's just
We'll see.
shield. You can always break through shield.
see.
Shield is just +5.
Easy, right?
Never know. End of your turn there?
Mhm.
Cool. It is going to be moving to Early's turn, who is, because I love this, it's my favorite thing of all time, and it's also incredibly bonkers to do to a party of level 3 players.
What the hell? What are you
She
doing?
does not ask how big the room is. She said she cast
No.
Fireball.
What?
Ow!
Evil woman!
Flaming monster!
Just remember,
That's
everyone,
so
you
right.
have a reaction, potentially. Maybe not.
Uh-huh.
She's gonna cast the fireball right here. Seems like a lovely place to cast a fireball.
No!
Fuck, I can't do shit. I've got.
It's
no
going to be
good
a
reaction.
20-foot radius, emanating from this point here.
Right.
Oh, come on.
Hello?
Far out.
So I need everybody in this circle to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that for you.
And again, I say check your reactions. Just
Check
in case.
reaction. True.
If you think I know how to do that, you are overestimating me.
You go
where
to
are
your
we?
actions tab and you scroll down to reactions.
Yeah, reactions. Opportunity attack is the only thing I got.
Yeah, poop.
Oh, finally I roll like shit. Let's go.
So her spell save DC is 13. So if you rolled a 13 or higher, you were going to take half damage. So that's both of you. You're both going to take half damage.
Fantastic. I'm only half dead. Maybe.
I'm going to roll with my actual dice because I never get to roll with my actual dice in real life
Ooh,
enough.
fun. What kind of dice are they?
Fireball. They are little purple and pink ones. Very cute.
Cute.
I hope I roll shit.
Right. This is going to be 8d6. I'll grab my d6.
8d6.
8d6 because I'm just a really cool person. But you're taking half damage, and she can only do it once. Oh, she can do it twice actually. She's going to do it again next turn.
Oh my god.
So,
So
it
that
was nice
is-
being in this game with you.
4, 7, 8, 12. 4, 7, 8, 12. 14,
Oh, water.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 27.
Are you done?
One more.
I'm not a math guy, but that doesn't sound very good.
28 half, so 14 fire damage.
Mother.
Where are you guys okay? Where are you at?
Well, I currently, before putting in the damage, have 15 hit points left. I'm now down to 1!
Oh, water.
It's a good thing you guys have a healer in the party, right? Crazy. Anyway, that's the end of the mage's turn. That's the end of the mage's turn.
Jeepers!
I don't know.
I'm ouching. I'm bleeding.
At the top of the round, it is Salem. Your turn again, my friend.
Okay, well.
Also, Zell looks like she's about to have a heart attack.
Bro, that's so much damage!
Far out.
So you think I was going to be easy on you guys because you're new?
Yes!
Yes!
Big to assume. I didn't realise that we were going for the, what is it, the bury your gays trope?
Jesus. Alright, okay.
That's amazing.
So,
Unbelievable.
Holy fuck.
sorry, I had a child checking on me because she just was freaking out. Because I'm not. Okay, so let's try and get this chandelier down. Close range, so a melee weapon. Let's do a dagger. And if this works, I have a bonus action. Okay, alright, let's try. There we go.
Okay, you're stabbing with a dagger, are you? 23.
It has to be close range because I have a disadvantage if I try my arrows because I'm too close.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely valid. 23 does hit. 6 piercing damage does work. You stab into this chandelier. Would you like to describe to me how you dismantle this chandelier?
What?
Stab it up, it goes up and shatters.
Sure. You stab the knife into its anchor point, and the entire thing shatters into a million pieces and falls over. Not really dead because it's not alive.
But it's gone.
It dead.
It did. Okay, so I
we
don't
move
get to
again.
use my bonus action. Sweet.
I'll be honest with you. I wasn't expecting 23 chromatic orb damage on the first turn.
That was insane.
Damn, it had 30 health. What the fuck?
Is that why you fireballed us? That's so rude.
Yeah. That's like,
To be honest, was the fireball always in the plan?
Yeah, you guys like, oh my god, 14 fire damage, that's so much. They dealt 23!
True, that's true.
Don't fuck with acid, kids. Oh, dear. Alright.
Anything else on your turn? Salem, or is that your turn?
No, I think that's it. My bonus action is still has to be close range, so I end my turn.
Do you want to use your move?
Oh, I can
because you can
move.
move now.
I can move.
Yeah.
No,
So
I
this-
want to stay. Hang on. What's my
30 feet.
No, for my longbow.
You're right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I forgot, just to give some set dressing, all these guys did get hit by that fireball, and there's just a smouldering pile of corpses over here.
Ripping.
the red crosses. Oh my
But
god.
not Abe panning in
Extra
right
crispy.
That's crazy.
Okay, so
Oh,
what is my minimum that I can have for maximum damage point for my longbow? Is what I'm trying to work out.
You're fine where you are. You won't have advantage or disadvantage. You're in a good range.
Okay, but am I going to be burning from that ongoing corpses that are smoldering right now?
No, you're fine.
Corpse
You're
of Palooza.
Okay, all right. Then I stay. I risk
sure.
staying where I am right now. I am.
You hang out in the burnt corpses all around you.
Mm-hmm.
Just chilling.
Yeah, literally the full stage.
Living the life.
Hannah, it's your turn.
Alright, oh jeez, I can't remember what the rules were for if I decide to throw my spear. Because, no, the range of it, it's only 20, I won't be able to get it over there anyway.
You can move then through.
Oh yeah, I can move within range, can't I? Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so, let me just check that again. So, can I just go, like, direct? I don't have to... so that's 50, so if I can move 35 feet. So that's to this spot here. 1 moment. So I'm gonna come over now.
Meow.
Right meow.
And then,
Right
meow. And then that's a 15 feet throw. Part of me wants to try Chromatic Orb again and see if it works quite well. Right, so there's still a shield in play, but I can still attack that in the hopes of breaking that. Is that correct?
Yeah. No. So a shield only lasts one round. So
okay. So we're free to just attack.
So it hasn't been her turn yet again. So she still does have this shield up. It's not really about breaking the shield. All a shield does is just make her armor class +5, so she's just harder to hit.
Oh, okay, right. I might hold on to the spear then. Stuff it. I'll do another chromatic orb.
What's the range? What's the radius of that? Out of curiosity.
Oh no! Maybe I won't do that. Would that hit you if I?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
How do I check that?
Oh no, it's fine.
I don't believe chromatic orb is a radius.
I thought it was. I thought it was just a. I didn't think it was a radius.
I can't see a radius anywhere because I thought.
No, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure chromatic orb is just a smack in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stunning. Right. Okay. Well, that's what I'm going to do then. I'm just picking what I. You know what? I'm going to go with fire because that's what she did. So
valid.
That's what the bitch did to us.
Yeah.
Hooray. Jeez Louise.
16 unfortunately does not hit. As you fire off this chromatic orb, it just with one. If you had gotten one more, you would have hit. He's currently 17. It bounces off this shield and goes flying off, and actually sets alight one of the curtains on the side.
Okay, good.
Actually, yeah, you're right. It bounces off and smacks into the stagehand over here.
We just killed stagehands.
Who just bursts into flames.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said anything.
And it's the stagehand you talked to at the beginning. Very sad. Awful. It's Tim. Unfortunately, it is Tim. Yeah. Hang on. You know what? I'm being super disrespectful. Hang on. Give me a second. There we go. That's better. Now Tim has his proper title.
I will remember you. That's just a pretend.
Real.
Oh my god. Abe, I'm sorry.
Because I know you like doing this. If you want to just, V, if you want to use the draw tool and just draw some flames around Tim, that'd be great.
Oh my
I've
God.
never done that in my whole life. What do you mean?
Is that the end of your turn, Hannah?
That's the end of my turn.
Lovely. Zell, it is your turn, my friend.
So, does sneak attack give? So I have sneak attack because of where V is. Is that also...
sneak attack? You get sneak attack when you have advantage against somebody.
Okay.
And because V is next to this person, you have advantage. Therefore, you have sneak attack.
Okay, gotcha. Perfect. So I won't do what I was thinking about doing. Okay, I'm gonna. If I use my bonus action. Oh no. I was going to use my bonus action to disengage, move away, and then attack it with my pistol. Attack her with my pistol. Does that still have sneak attack, or do I? Sneak attack, or do I also need to be right up in her face?
No, you're good.
Okay, so I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, I guess, away. So disengage.
And she is, even if you were to disengage, you don't need to disengage. I'll say that now if you want to save your bonus action for something else, because she used her shield on her last turn as a reaction. She doesn't have her reaction currently.
Okay. Yeah, perfect. All right, I won't use that then.
So you can save that bonus action for something else if you want to.
Perfect. All right, I'm going to do that then. So I'm going to hit with a pistol. Yep. Okay. Well, so that doesn't hit.
I'm gonna say it doesn't. You fire off this shot. It bounces into this shield and just goes flying across the room and just smacks into this performer here.
Fuck! And then I am going to use my bonus action to hide. because I'm
Sure,
a baby.
absolutely.
I'm just gonna hide. Yeah.
Slay.
And then that's my action.
We always love a bit of hide. Hide's
Yeah.
fantastic. So make me a dexterity stealth check for me, please. Stealth check.
Stealth? Yeah, I got you. So that's a 20.
20, yeah, that succeeds. Yeah. So you are
Yay!
currently hidden.
Hidden as hell.
Hidden
Slay.
as hell. And just a reminder for everybody when it comes to the hide rules, because some people don't quite understand hide. I just want to make sure everybody is on the same page. You gain certain benefits, but you are not invisible. Just to make sure that is clear. The creature can't see you, so you have advantage on attack rolls against it, and it has disadvantage on attack rolls to you, but you are not invisible.
What if I close my eyes? Because if I can't see it,
I
it
was gonna
can't
say,
see
can
me.
you convince yourself that you're invisible but still not be
Really?
invisible?
You know, here's my theory. You put like a blanket over yourself, and because monsters can't get you when you're under the blanket.
Exactly. My kitten.
Oh, good.
Stunning. Yeah, that's my turn.
End of your turn, V. It is your turn if you finish drawing flames engulfing Tim's soul.
I have. Okay. We're gonna get a little spicy here and very coolly in Eladrin. I'm going to
Alrighty.
first on my move. I have like the most annoyed look on my face. And I'm gonna reach out with one hand towards Kara, and just like twist it ever so slightly, like I'm very clearly casting a spell. And you will feel like the heat from your burns and that burning feeling more move towards like that warmth that you get on your skin in summer, and the pain slowly starts to dissipate away as I cast my Balm of the Summer Court.
Stunning.
Which will give you
Oh no!
phenomenal one. Wait, no. Oh yeah, one healing. All of one healing of health.
Thank you so much.
She's
And
saved.
because of how underwhelming that roll was.
Don't forget, they also get 1 temporary HP. Don't forget, of the spell.
You also get one temporary HP as well.
I don't add the temp part, but...
You just next to where it says your current HP, you just click on the bit where it says temp and put 1 there.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
And that stays with you until you lose it or a long rest. And then because that was a bit underwhelming, I'm just going to back that up with a Cure Wounds and hope that rolls better. That's an extra 8 healing.
Oh, for a second, I saw first level, and I
saw
thought you
one.
rolled a 1.
My heart fell into my butt. Okay.
So you have 9 points of healing and 1 temporary HP.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me add that in. Cool.
So next time you get damaged, you will take away the temporary first.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're back up to 10. Thank you so much.
Lovely.
Ooh.
End of your turn, V, or?
Yeah, but just thematically, the ice all over my clothing starts to get more icy the more pissed off I get. And that's my turn.
Stunning.
Nice. It is moving to Early's turn. Still one of my favorite jokes I've ever made. Who is going to take their turn to... do I want to kill somebody this turn? That's the question. That is the question. Noticing that one of the party members is a little bit injured, you see that she pulls out a wand and is going to cast a spell towards you, Hannah. First of all, I have to roll if I can remember where I put my dice. Where's my dice? I lost my dice.
If you don't find your dice, do you just not roll and nothing happens and everything's fine?
No, I do this all the time when I was playing. I always put it down somewhere and then it disappears. Where the fricky frick? I'll get my other dice. I have plenty of dice. I'm addicted.
I trust. You have to tell us
I am
about what these
addicted.
ones look like as well, though.
I'll send a picture later. They're very cute.
Stunning.
So that is going to be a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
That'll hit, yeah. And it's going to deal 4, 5, 6 points of force damage against you, Hannah.
Great.
So 6 points of damage.
Still up. She's still up.
I'm still not dead.
Upon a hit, creatures suffer disadvantage on its next saving throw against a spell effect. So just keep that in mind.
Say that again,
Because
sorry.
you just have disadvantage on something in a minute. If it happens,
Oh,
I'll
okay,
let you know.
gotcha. Yep.
Because this is part of her multi-attack, her multi-attack lets her A, cast a wand attack, and B, cast a spell. And we all know what her favourite spell is. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to cast that again. I'm not going to cast it again. It's fine. It's fine.
My heart.
Instead, she's going to cast Magic Missile.
Mm-hmm.
You create 3 glowing darts of magical force. Each dart hits a creature of your choice that you can see within range and deals 1d4 damage plus 1 each of its targets. And all 3 are going straight towards the injured player in the party.
No. No. Carabiner.
Oh, man.
because I'm a little bastard.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 1 plus 1, so that's 2 damage to you, Hannah. That's going to be a 1 again, so that's 2 more damage to you. So that's 4 in total. I rolled 3 ones in a row. I rolled
That's
3
crazy.
fucking ones in a row.
That's
So that's
crazy.
6 damage in total. I don't know if you're still alive or not, but that's 6 damage.
Oh no! I was on 5 and you did 6. That's fine.
Oh, so yeah, minimum damage. It would have got you anyway. I didn't even need to roll.
Yeah, literally,
So all
yeah.
three magic missiles go pew 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 and knock you unconscious. Unfortunately,
Fabulous.
ain't I a stinker?
Yeah. Here I go.
Lovely. End of their turn. Sorry, you're up.
Ripperoni.
Alright, I'm going to speed this along and do my longbow. So we got ranged because I'm safely, not really safe, but I'm at a distance. There we go.
24 definitely hits. 9 piercing damage does hit. You smack into the side of this spellcaster. Your arrow jutting into their side. Is there anything else you'd like to do? They take 9 points of damage.
Don't think I have anything else I can do. Done my attack. Yeah, I have nothing else that I can do. None of our items are really going to help us right now. So yeah, that's it. That's my action.
Lovely.
I've
Hannah,
done
it's
9 damage.
your turn. Can you make me a death saving throw for me, my friend?
Oh, I can't remember what I have to click for that. Oh, literally in here. Where's the dice though? For that.
You just click it.
actually?
You just click it, yeah.
Whoops, I clicked it twice. Sorry.
That's fine. 13 succeeds, so you've got one of 3. So well done there. Zell, your turn.
Sorry, I just got so distracted by lol. I'm in chat. I'm gonna, same thing as before, use the pistol. I still have sneak attack because V is right next to her. So I'm gonna pew pew with the pistol. Please win. That's a 19 for 21 damage.
21 damage, hey? Damn, that's pretty damn
Piercing
good.
and yeah, 21. Let's go.
Look, I don't want to say you might be like the MVP of today's game, but would you like to describe how this pistol shot absolutely brains this lady?
I'm so fucking cool. I pull my pistol out because after every time I shoot it, it goes back into the holster. So I pull it out. I spin it around my finger. I throw it to the other hand. I spin it around there. I throw it back to the other hand. I spin it around again. I aim. And I shoot directly at her and I hit her straight in the center of the forehead. And her brain goes out the other side of it.
She, moving too early, collapses onto the floor in a pile of brains and robes. Combat comes to an end as you manage to put down the threat currently attacking the theatre today. Surrounded by charred corpses and blood, the dead body of Tim, and a variety of broken chandeliers, you guys have come to the end of combat.
Yeah, I'm just like,
We saved the day!
She's
I
raging.
saved the day! We saved the world!
so is Carabiner's just dead, right?
She's unconscious.
I'm
Okay.
not well.
I'm gonna go walk over and I cast Cure Wounds. for 11 healing.
Every time I see the 1, I get so stressed. Right.
Yeah.
So how do I...
You just add 11 points of health back to you.
Oh.
You're back up.
Yeah.
You're awake.
Cool.
You look up and look around you and see your newfound friends. your newfound friends around you as you have come back from the cusp of being dead.
Did anybody else hear bees?
No.
Strange. Go on. Did we
That
win?
was crazy, guys. We won. We did it. We saved
With
the
minutes
theater.
to spare.
Some of it.
I would
Well.
turn to my psychic fortune teller friend and see what he's doing.
Oh. Lord Sophia.
Your friend psychic is currently sat down, closed their book at the moment, and is staring at the rest of this scene with a look of slight disappointment on his face. You hear him tut a few times. I had high hopes for her. What a shame. Well, back to the drawing board, I suppose. As for the rest of you, yes, well done. Heroes in your own right. If you'd like, I'm sure there's a selection of treasures and gold laying around on old, poor Moven's body. Feel free to help yourselves.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm imagining getting shoved out of the way.
He stands up, slams his book closed, pops it under his shoulder, and begins making his way to the exit. Thank you for the entertainment.
Who are you? Can we employ your future telling services at a later date?
Well, perhaps that's a story for another day. He puts on a pair of glasses and you hear, yeah! As he walks out the door.
Yikes! Oh, far out.
Amazing.
Standing.
I look at the group and I'm like, I would rather not be in Gherkinville anymore, if that's okay with everybody.
I think that's a good idea.
And I just grab all of Moven's stuff that looks important to me.
You grab all of Moving stuff, you shove their robes into the pocket, you strip them down to their underwear and steal every bit of possessions that they own. And as you all gather your things and make your way out of the theatre, we will bring our game to the end as the final line is spoken. Every story ends, but only the true ones echo. So go now, players, poets, and pretenders. The stage is grateful for your performance. The masquerade has been lifted. But please remember, once you've always worn the mask, you never do quite take it off.
Oh!
Thank you very much for playing, everybody. Today
Thank
was
you.
a lovely day.
That was amazing.
Yeah,
This was so much fun.
So good.
And we finished on time. How exciting is that?
Nailed it, right? Oh, and because this is completely pointless for a one-shot, but because it's everybody's favorite sentence, you all get to level up. Yay!
Yay! What do you reckon? I mean, that was amazing, huh? Chat. That was going to be. I think I saw quite a few lovely comments in there with the reactions for our attacks and not surviving so very much. And very sad rolls.
Can we get a shout out for Abe, A and Z, everyone from
absolutely.
HSP, not Halal Snack Pack, Hammer and Shield Productions, who this is Abe's first time doing D&D, and he did it for us, and that's very cool. So
Did an absolutely amazing job.
And you can follow HSP's really cool stuff that they do, which they're also doing more stuff tonight at We Are HSP on socials.
Fabulous.
To finish us out tonight, we'll just go through a quick final roll call for everybody that's here, starting with V. And you can always check out each of these people's channels in the stream.
Yeah. As I said at the start, hi, Victory Venus. You can call me V. You can find me at Venus AU with 2 E's on most corners of the internet. I do some like cozy, wholesome, and sometimes serious stuff on Twitch, which is like the main place that I hang out. So give me a follow there.
Zal?
Hello, I'm Zelstice. I am a variety gaming and comedy content creator. And I mostly do Twitch stuff, but I'm also dabbling in the YouTubes as well. So if you like first playthroughs and chaotic, inappropriate humor, then come hang out.
Hannah? Or as I've been calling you all night, Hana, for some reason. Don't know why my Swedish accent has come out.
Hannah, name update pending. You will usually find me in everyone else's chat or murdering stagehands with misguided chromatic orbs.
I did update the drawing for Tim, everyone, just for anyone who didn't catch that.
Yeah, so I'd just like to issue a formal apology with my time. I am very, very sorry. It might happen again.
And Salem.
Hi, Salem Vandy on my socials, pretty much everywhere. If you like Blizzard content, whether it's absolutely chaotic gremlin energy from the community, but also just achievement hunting more than anything else in the certain games, come and follow me, come hang out. We do things, but we're not for the faint-hearted. I will definitely say that. But we have amazing people in PCU this month, so I really, really hope that you check not just us, but everyone else out as well.
Yeah.
Thank you for being part of this.
www.pcu.gg.
That is exactly what I was about to say, and a massive thank you once again to the PCU, the Pride of Collaboration Universe, a collection of amazing, lovely queer streamers who have come together on Pride Month to create as much content as they possibly can for all of you lovely people in chat. So thank you very much for being here. I appreciate everybody's time and effort. It was a lovely, lovely time. One only thing we have left to do now is try to go find some people to raid out to, I believe.
Yes, we.
How do we do that with this setup?
Same as normal.
Same as normal. We just end our end the shared chat in a second, and we'll all raid out.
Yeah.
Awesome.
There is a Sims event going on at the moment, which is hosted by Annie Crevice and Lee Me Lou. So shall we take a pick out of those two and go right in?
Yeah,
I think so.
Cool. All right. Beautiful.
Stunning.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye,
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye, gamers.
Justice for...
Justice for...